a sex dropship. Orders?
This is Forward 3. The gantries are retracting at Gamma launch site. They're at full power and counting down to lift. Salvage operation. This is Forward 1. You're running out of time. Party Gamma is nearly powered up.
Take out the APU gantries as soon as possible. If the dropship gets powered up, it'll bring its main guns online. Omega Lab, we're getting cargo secured. As soon as we're ready to lift, we need to get on board as quickly as possible. We're now tracking multiple targets inbound.
You've got them on radar, Stroll. Moving to intercept.
Oh no! We're... meters altitude. Telemetry indicates input eject.
Roger that, Control. We'll keep walking. This is the query. We're on him. Lead the way, sir. It's a pleasure to fight with you at last.
Omega lead, ejecting.
Roger, Control.
Omega, this is Control. We should lift off of a sex dropship. Orders?
This is Forward 3. The gantries are retracting at Gamma launch site. They're at full power and counting down to lift. Salvage operation. This is Forward 1. You're running out of time. Party Gamma is nearly powered up.
Take out the APU gantries as soon as possible. If the dropship gets powered up, it'll bring its main guns online. Omega Lab, we're getting cargo secured. As soon as we're ready to lift, we need to get on board as quickly as possible. We're now tracking multiple targets inbound.
You've got them on radar, Stroll. Moving to intercept.
Oh no! We're... meters altitude. Telemetry indicates input eject.
Roger that, Control. We'll keep walking. This is the query. We're on him. Lead the way, sir. It's a pleasure to fight with you at last.
Omega lead, ejecting.
Roger, Control.
Omega, this is Control. We should lift off of a sex dropship. Orders?
This is Forward 3. The gantries are retracting at Gamma launch site. They're at full power and counting down to lift. Salvage operation. This is Forward 1. You're running out of time. Party Gamma is nearly powered up.
Take out the APU gantries as soon as possible. If the dropship gets powered up, it'll bring its main guns online. Omega Lab, we're getting cargo secured. As soon as we're ready to lift, we need to get on board as quickly as possible. We're now tracking multiple targets inbound.
You've got them on radar, Stroll. Moving to intercept.
Oh no! We're...
Attention to the paper doll. Make sure you guys are shooting the correct legs. Be careful of the collisions.
I need another heavy. I've got TB and a quick draw.
I want to get fairly tight to it. Now, anybody who's going to be working range, I'm going to need you to fade right on this. And then anybody who's running short is going to stay towards the top of the caldera if we're going to come at them.
I have you in the Griffin.
Sounds good. Well, that's the thing. We got to get to brawling range, so I may be moving us right up to the hoop if we have to.
Wolverine nach Charlie 4.
It's fine, chill the out, man. It's fine, it's just a 5-starter.
Komm, Leute, redet miteinander.
15 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Don't
fine.
die.
Guys,
15 seconds,
don't
don't die.
guys. 3, 2, 1.
Charlie Dar, CT, yellow. Okay, go get Charlie, see if we can get it.
There. To your left, is there. Sorry, shit. So, jetzt guys, hinter die Indie-Pockets,
Mediums be prepared to pull back E40 towards the E5 border. On my mark.
Left side, come on! Like now, I need strikes on OP barrels. Wire our strikes up.
Die Hauptgruppe rechts, Uferlinie.
They have 3 mechs sitting on the left side when you pass over.
Overheating is bad.
Both legs on the Griffin. Get the Griffin!
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. That was such a
That's right. I'm gonna spawn Lance, you guys in Charlie, Lance, you guys in Bravo. That's B2C1.
This third drop is 2 lights, 2 mediums, 2 heavies, 2 assaults.
Jetzt in die Breite, zieht euch in die Breite.
Lights, watch our backs. We're gonna about base and take up position in Bravo 6.
Ja, kurz Aufschaltung Delta 4, 3 Stück, 2 Mediums, ein Light, wie ich es richtig gesehen habe.
Make a firing line.
C4 Tactical Hill, boys.
Fox.
Laufen unter ECM, hab 2 durchlaufen, 10, Bravo 4.
And get ready to hit people coming from our right.
Charlie on the left, Charlie, a Hellbringer on the left.
Okay, let's group up towards the left. We're gonna press through Bravo 3 to Bravo 4. I think they're kind of spread out.
Check yourselves. Make sure you've got, UAV cool shot.
Here they come. They're pushing hard, guys.
Decro. Tez on.
Go.
Oh, got a contact here, Bravo 3.
Nice, Marshall. I'm on Delta Griffin.
We'll get cross it then. Get in their face. They got a highlighter. They just push up on Theta. We need help on Theta. Up on Theta.
Yep, that's the noise. Go. Let's finish this.
Full pressure, guys. Full pressure. They're down low. They're down low in Charlie 3. Get the f***ing arm, Jackson.
Jackson, cool shot.
Golf. I got him.
Go, B3, go.
Echo, go. Get over on your medium, guys. Get Echo Stormcrow. God, I suck as a pilot, but thank I packed my skill.
I'm sorry that you died, sweet girls, but we will send a reasonably nice letter to your family.
Meters altitude. Telemetry indicates it's good as yet.
Roger that, Control. We'll keep them off you. This is the query. We're on them. Lead the way, sir. It's a pleasure to fight with you at last.
Omega lead, ejecting. Roger, Control. Omega, this is Control. We should lift off of the second dropship. Orders?
This is Forward 3. The gantries are retracting at Gamma launch site. They're at full power and counting down to lift.
guns online. Omega left. We're getting cargo secure. As soon as we're ready to lift, we need to get on board as quickly as possible. We're now tracking multiple targets inbound.
Got him on radar, Control. Moving to intercept.
Oh no! We're... meters altitude. Telemetry indicates a good eject.
Roger that, Control. We'll keep walking. This is a query. We're on him. Lead the way, sir. It's a pleasure to fight with you at last.
Omega lead, ejecting.
Roger, Control.
Omega, this is Control. We should lift off of the next dropship. Orders?
This is Forward 3. The gantries are retracting at Gamma launch site. They're at full power and counting down to lift. Salvage operation. This is Forward 1. You're running out of time. Party camera is nearly powered up.
Take out the APU gantries as soon as possible. If the dropship gets powered up, it'll bring its main guns online. Omega left. We're getting cargo secure. As soon as we're ready to lift, we need to get on board as quickly as possible. We're now tracking multiple targets inbound.
Got him on radar, Control. Moving to intercept.
Oh no! We're... meters altitude. Telemetry indicates a good eject.
Roger that, Control. We'll keep walking. This is a query. We're on him. Lead the way, sir. It's a pleasure to fight with you at last.
Omega lead, ejecting.
Roger, Control.
Omega, this is Control. We should lift off of the next dropship. Orders?
This is Forward 3. The gantries are retracting at Gamma launch site. They're at full power and counting down to lift. Salvage operation. This is Forward 1. You're running out of time. Party camera is nearly powered up.
Take out the APU gantries as soon as possible. If the dropship gets powered up, it'll bring its main guns online. Omega left. We're getting cargo secure. As soon as we're ready to lift, we need to get on board as quickly as possible. We're now tracking multiple targets inbound.
Got him on radar, Control. Moving to intercept.
Oh no! We're...
To the paper doll. Make sure you guys are shooting the correct legs. Be careful of the collisions. I don't want to hear complaints about it. Work around it. Let's play this game.
I need another heavy. I've got TB and a quick draw.
I want to get fairly tight to it. Now, anybody who's going to be working range, I'm going to need you to fade right on this. If anybody's running short, we're going to stay towards the top of the caldera if we're going to come at them.
I have you in the Griff. Griffin.
Sounds good.
Well, that's the thing. We got to get to brawling range, so I may be moving us, right up to the hoop if we have to.
Wolverine nach Charlie 4. it's fine. Chill the f*** out, man. It's fine. It's just a fire starter. Don't load it in miteinander.
15 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Don't
fine.
die.
Guys, we're
15
winning.
seconds,
We're
don't
winning,
die.
guys. 3, 2, 1.
Charlie Dar, CT, yellow. Okay, go to Charlie, so we can get it.
Daar. Chill up, dus Sorry. So, jetzt gleich hinter die Indie-Pockets.
Mediums be prepared to pull back E40 towards the E5 border. On my mark.
Left side, come on! Like now, I need strikes on OP barrel. Wire our strikes up.
Die Hauptgruppe rechts, Uferlinie.
They have 3 mechs sitting on the left side when you pass over.
Overheating is bad.
Both legs on the Griffin. Get the Griffin.
Sorry about that. That was such a
That's right. I'm gonna spawn Lance you guys in Charlie, Lance you guys in Bravo. That's B2C1.
This third drop is 2 lights, 2 mediums, 2 heavies, 2 assaults.
What's in die Breite? CNC dann in die Breite?
Lights, watch our backs. We're gonna about base and take up position in Bravo 6.
Ja, kurz Aufschaltung Delta 4, 3 Stück, 2 Mediums, ein Light, wie ich es richtig gesehen habe.
Make a firing line.
C4 Tactical Hill, boys.
Fox.
Laufen unter ECM, hab 2 durchlaufen, 10 Bravo 4.
And get ready to hit people coming from our right.
Charlie on the left, Charlie, Hellbringer on the left.
Okay, let's group up towards the left. We're gonna press through Bravo 3 to Bravo 4. I think they're kind of spread out.
Check yourselves. Make sure you've got UAV cool shot.
Here they come. They're pushing hard, guys.
Deco. Tez on.
Go.
Oh, got a contact here, Bravo 3.
Nice, Marshall. I'm on Delta Griffin.
Well, you cross it then. Get in their face. They got a highlighter. They just pushed up on Theta. We need help on Theta. Up on Theta.
Yep, that's the noise. Go. Let's finish this.
Full pressure, guys. Full pressure. They're down low. They're down low in Charlie 3.
Get the fucking arm, Jackson!
Jackson, cool shot.
Cough.
I got him.
Okay, go, B3, go.
Echo, go.
Get over on your medium, guys. Get Echo Stormcrow.
God, I suck as a pilot, but thank I packed my skill.
I'm sorry that you died, sweet girls, but we will send a reasonably nice letter to your family.
meters altitude. Telemetry indicates input eject.
Roger that, Control. We'll keep them off you. This is McQuarrie. We're on them. Lead the way, sir. It's a pleasure to fight with you at last.
Omega lead, ejecting. Roger, Control. Omega, this is Control. We should lift off of the second dropship. Orders?
This is Forward 3. The gantries are retracting at Gamma launch site. They're at full power and counted down to lift. Salvage operation. This is Forward 1. You're running out of time. Party Gamma is nearly powered up.
Take out the APU gantries as soon as possible. If the dropship gets powered up, it'll bring its main guns online. Omega left. We're getting cargo secure. As soon as we're ready for lift, we need to get on board as quickly as possible. We're now tracking multiple targets inbound.
We've got him on radar, Control. Moving to intercept.
Oh no! We're... At 220 meters altitude. Telemetry indicates input eject.
Roger that, Control. We'll keep locking. This is McQuarrie. We're on him. Lead the way, sir. It's a pleasure to fight with you at last.
Omega lead, ejecting. Roger, Control. Omega, this is Control. We should lift off of the second dropship. Orders?
This is Forward 3. The gantries are retracting at Gamma launch site. They're at full power and counting down to lift. Roger, Control. 3 hours. Starting salvage operation. This is Forward 1. You're running out of time. Party Gamma is nearly powered up.
Take out the APU gantries as soon as possible. If the dropship gets powered up, it'll bring its main guns online. Omega left, we're getting cargo secured. As soon as we're ready to live, we need to get on board as quickly as possible. We're now tracking multiple targets inbound.
Got him on radar, Control. Moving to intercept.
Oh no! We're... At 220 meters altitude. Telemetry indicates input eject.
Roger that, Control. We'll keep locking. This is McQuarrie. We're on him. Lead the way, sir. It's a pleasure to fight with you at last.
Omega lead, ejecting.
Roger, Control.
Omega, this is Control. We should lift off of the second dropship. Orders?
This is Forward 3. The gantries are retracting at Gamma launch site. They're at full power and counting down to lift. Roger, Control. 3 hours. Starting salvage operation. This is Forward 1. You're running out of time. Party Gamma is nearly powered up.
Take out the APU gantries as soon as possible. If the dropship gets powered up, it'll bring its main guns online. Omega left, we're getting cargo secured. As soon as we're ready to live, we need to get on board as quickly as possible. We're now tracking multiple targets inbound.
Got him on radar, Control. Moving to intercept.
Oh no! We're... At 220 meters altitude. Telemetry indicates input eject.
All right. Good evening, Mech Warriors. Welcome. Oh, I think I did this wrong, but yeah. Good evening, Mech Warriors, and welcome to MRBC Week 7, Division E2. Nice match tonight in this holiday weekend. It is Memorial Day weekend, of course. It was hard to find a match tonight. Because a lot of people are out doing the barbecue thing, drinking, etc. But we finally got one. Division E2, two very close teams in the standings. 79th Raptor Talon Cluster, heck of a name there, and the Coffins Raiders. My name is RJ Bass from the 228th IBR Swamp Foxes, and with me, once again, finally, is Mikado Mad Dog Soul from the 228th IBR Black Watch. How you doing tonight, Mikado?
What's going on, RJ? Thanks again for having me, man. Man, it's been a little while. We've been away for a little bit, huh?
Yeah, a couple weeks.
Yeah, so I made a little mini mech warrior. She was born on Cinco de Mayo, so thanks for having me back, guys. And again, it is Memorial Day weekend, and I want to thank both teams for taking the time to make it here tonight. To put the beers down, the burgers down for just enough to come enjoy with a little mech warrior action for us here tonight. It should be a good time here in Division E2.
I'm being poked by the teams already. I'm not sure by the Coffin Raiders, so I'm texting them at the same time I'm talking to you here.
All right. Well, we're getting both teams on tonight again. Tonight was a hard match to get, but we did get them. Get these teams together here, just doing their best to scrap together everyone they can to get going. This Division E2, these are two new teams to MRBC. Am I right?
Yes. Let me make sure I got this set up right. Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah. I can hear you.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Both of these teams, I don't have it confirmed with. I'm being poked. I don't have it confirmed with 79th, but I know for a fact that the Coffins. This is their very first. Foray into MRBC, and I talked to their commander briefly earlier today, and he said if he can keep his team held together and keep things going like how they've been doing, they'll probably. He's hoping that he'll have a solid team going in the Worlds coming up.
Awesome, and all great teams had to start somewhere, right? MRBC is a great place where a lot of great teams have moved up through the MRBC classes, you could say. And for Coffins, it being their first season, being sixth, following, right on the coattails of 79th Raptor Talon Cluster, big name there, in fifth. So fifth and sixth here tonight, guys. This should be a very close match. Again, this is going to be post the PTS skill tree release. So again, a lot of teams are still trying to figure out these drop decks. We've seen a lot of newer, kind of crazy stuff, some different mechs and builds kind of coming out the woodworks. I'm excited to see what both teams are going to bring. Of course, the first drop here is our light drop, 4 lights and 4 mediums, which sometimes that can be hard to put together when you can only have one duplicate of any class, right?
Yeah.
So you do have to get creative, pulling some mechs kind of out of left and right field, playing with those quirks a bit, and we're going to see which of these two newer teams have done the most science tonight. Should be exciting.
Yeah, and it is. I like to see what these teams pull out for the lights, especially. I mean, there's some pretty solid mediums out there. It's easy to get 4 mediums into this first drop deck. I mean, there's plenty of them that do the job. It's the lights that you see the constant tweaking and moving around. Which one's going to work best, which one's not. I mean, we've seen some interesting ones this season. The Locust with flamers or small pulse lasers. The Adder with 4 SM4s with Artemis. We've seen the fire starters making a little bit of a comeback. I mean, of course you have your cheetahs, Jenner 2Cs, etc. So yeah. that first drop, because that first drop always evolves into a brawl. That's the crapshoot drop. It's you never know exactly. I mean, 'cause if as long as you have 2 semi-competent teams that know how to aim and bring the right mech, they did the science in the mech lab right. It's a crapshoot as to who will win. So yeah. I just learned, by the way, that the Coffins Raiders are only going to have 7 in this first drop.
Okay.
They are having a personnel issue because of the holiday weekend.
So that could be a game changer. 1 mech down could be a big thing. Again, it is a fairly light deck, so maybe it may not be too much. It's not like you're missing, depending on, you're not missing an assault or a heavy, something like that. But it can still definitely be a game changer. And hopefully, maybe they can pull that guy out, by second, third, fourth, fifth drop. This has happened to me before personally in competitive drops where, someone's computer goes down or mech warrior's having an issue or whatnot, and maybe they can't make that first drop, but coming back for a second, third, fourth, and fifth, that pilot can make all the world difference and possibly turn the whole series around. So we'll see that maybe here shortly. Again, this first match is on Canyon Network, which, like you mentioned, can turn to a brawl with almost any other batch of mechs, but of course with mediums and light, it's going to be a brawl. Some teams will bring an Overwatch medium, maybe some laser vomit or something like that. That maybe you'll do a little bit of Overwatch from either side or the other. But keep in mind, for every Overwatch mech you have, you're taking DPS out of the brawl.
True.
It's gonna come down to focus fire, drop commander, placement, so many different factors. With these two evenly matched teams, granted one team is missing one player, it can be just a roll of the dice as far as who's going to come out the winner on this one. I think. This is a pretty evenly balanced map as well.
Yeah, where you start to see the skill come in, I think, is drops. I mean, we really start to see the skill come in is drops 3 through 5. That's where you're incorporating assaults and heavies into the mix. The crapshoot is drop 1, drop 2. It still kind of go either way, but drops 3, 4, and 5. That's where things really get interesting. It's where you start to see the more mixed up drop decks. You see maybe more ranged decks depending on the map, etc. Anybody can win drop 1. Drop 2 could also kind of go a little bit either way, but drops 3, 4, and 5. That's where you start to really see the team's true talent come into play. And
absolutely.
So I'm looking forward with these two. Well, let's take a look at the standings real quick.
Yeah. We
mentioned it a little bit in the beginning of the stream here. Coffins Raiders and 79th Raptor Talent Cluster. I was going to call them 79th. They're like the smoke adders. That's really hard to say that name. But they're both currently the 79th is in 5th place. Coffins Raiders are in 6th place. Not too many rep points separate them. What are we looking at here? 700 rep points between them. 17 drops won, 13 drops lost for the 79th. Was at 166 mechs killed.
And Coffins Raiders too. It looks like they still have one match not reported yet, possibly two, if I'm reading that correctly, or not played yet.
Yeah, it's gotta be not reported because everybody else is showing 6. They're the only ones showing 5.
Yeah. They may have their very own Chrisman, like we do on Blackwatch.
Yeah.
Send the screenshots in weeks later.
Speaking of which, has Chrisman reported those scores yet?
That's a good question. So last week, I'm with Blackwatch of the 228 IBR. Played against Osiris. Great series of matches, guys. If you haven't seen it yet, go back on MRBC League and watch those after you watch here tonight. Action went back and forth all night. Momentum was swinging back and forth all night. I won't spoil it for you.
No, those are good matches to watch. We were doing some scrim training in the Swamp Foxes, but I had it pulled up on one of my other monitors, and that was an exciting cast there. That was a good match.
And it has not been reported because what is that? Game 7. We only have 4 matches reported played. So we're working on that, guys. Our Blackwatch will catch up. We're not good at paperwork, but we're good at mech warrior, so that'll be updated soon enough. But I'll get a few more moments here before we get our second team here.
I got word from the Coffins. They're still gonna be a couple more minutes here. We're still waiting on them to get their guys in the lobby. 79th, they have all 8 guys in. They're ready to go.
Yeah.
I tell you what, while we wait for them, Bandit gave me some codes to give away. You want to give away some codes? Or would I give? Let's give away a mech bay.
I love giving away free stuff as much as I love getting free stuff. So.
All right, I'm gonna add these viewers here. All right, let's see here. I don't think Bandit needs one, and I don't need any more mech bays. I got 8 of them, so I'm removing myself. Right. And then Moobot, I think we also gotta get him out of there. All right. Let's give away a mech bay.
We want some free stuff, mech warriors. Come on, show your hype. Show your hype in the channel. It's not required, but drop some emojis in there. Drop some emoticons. Post the creepy stuff.
Well, it is a 5-minute delay, so they don't even know there's a giveaway going on yet. Oh, hacks! Hacks! I'm calling the hacks. I'm calling hacks on myself because you won.
I won, really? Oh,
yeah. Well, we want to do it again?
Yeah, do it again. Do it again. I don't need any more mech bays. I'm here for the spectators. Okay, we're here for the spectators.
All right, let me reload the tool here.
Let me turn off my my cheat versus exe that I'm in RJ's computer. RJ's got some weird stuff on his computer, guys. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely going to redraw that. All right, let's try this again.
All right, guys. Who's gonna win this time? Who's gonna win?
All right, here we go. It's slowing down.
Let's see. Who's gun?
V Tyne. V_Tyne. You want to write that down for me so I can get him, give him his mech bay at the end of the stream here?
Mr. V Time. All right, Mr. V Time. We got your name written down, but if we miss you, hit us up at the end of the stream, and we got you a free mech bay. Congratulations there, sir.
And we are still waiting on the Coffins to get into lobby. I know he's got the invite. He confirmed that he got the invite.
Yep.
So, well,
let's. And this is sportsmanlike. This is very sportsmanlike. The 79 Talons, they mentioned in chat that this is their first time in MRBC as well. Love seeing the sportsmanship between the two of them.
Drop 1 in week 7. If you haven't seen a week 7 match yet, drop 1 is on the fabled Canyon Network. Now, unlike what we saw in Worlds last summer, because I mean, if you were around last summer, you know the entire round robin was played on Canyon Network. Anybody who played in Worlds and finished the round robin in Worlds last year knows Canyon Network like the back of their hand. And there are certain rules that you normally follow on Canyon Network. Like, for example, you don't go in the center, because if you go in the center, you give up big sections of map control, etc. Let's take a look at the map. Actually, let's go to the map tactic.
Drop me the link there, RJ, in chat as well. Make sure I got the right one.
Yeah, you should be on the right one. Let me put it here. Let's see. Actually, I can copy the link and send it to you. Wait. Let's see here. I almost said it on stream. That would have been funny. People just started drawing penises on my map.
we have to do that. We'll have like a worldwide chat strat. Like, guys, what would you guys do on this map? And just let the fun unfold.
But yeah, so on Canyon Network, you changed my map on me there? Yeah. Okay. On Canyon Network, domination, lights and mediums. I mean, it always evolves into a brawl. You might have 1 or 2 Overwatch mechs, but for the most part, it's a brawl. And you're just going to see these guys going around the circle right in here. That's where the match is going to be. It's just going to be a matter of who focuses fire better, who's got the better aim, who won it in the mech lab. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Mikado.
You're absolutely right. It's gonna be, you're not gonna have the same Overwatch mechs you'd have in heavier drops. These light mechs are gonna get close, gonna get in each other's face. The domination point forces both teams to come to that central point at one point or another. It's gonna come down to call targeting. Who's targeting, calling targets the better. The drop caller. It's gonna come down to those little things that only take seconds to mess up. Who's gonna be the victor? And I think both teams are ready. Again, thank you for the sportsmanship from both teams for letting each team get locked in here. We're pretty much ready to rock and roll, it looks.
Yep. I'm just typing to him right now. Okay, I'm going to bring this back to the in-game. Oh, somebody unreadied. Oh, we were just getting ready to drop that. And I went to the lobby too. Ha! I'm already screwing up. All right, but now we're going.
All right, green board on both sides again.
Yeah.
Raptors are going to be team 1, so they're going to be on the south side of Canyon Network, whereas Coffin's Raiders are going to be the north side of Canyon Network. So again, it's about the same distance to get to the middle. I'm not expecting any teams to be winning on domination purely on this. It's going to come down to who's going to kill and murder the other team faster.
Yep. Whoever's got the best focus fire, whoever's got the better aim, and whoever won it in the mech lab.
Yeah. And if you want to start with calling out Raptors, I'll work on Coffin's lineup here.
All right. Let's wait to get some information up here. I'm waiting to... Oh, there we go. Now we're starting to get it.
There we go.
I can't get the team names to pull up.
Me neither. It's a little weird. There we go. Takes a little bit.
There it is. All right, Raptors. They brought a Nova Prime, an Arctic Cheetah Prime, a Hunchback 2C, a Jenner 2C, another Arctic Cheetah, a Locust Huntsman, and a Griffin 2N.
All right, and over here for Coffin's Raiders, we've got a Hunchback 2C, large pulse, medium laser, so a little bit more mid-range at Overwatch. Firestarter with some medium pulse. We got Adder, Splat Adder. I like seeing that. That's one of my favorite mechs right
Yeah, that's a great mech.
Black Griffin, SRM, small pulse on the Cheetah, Locust with some small pulse lasers, and Cicada with large pulse. So Coffin's Raiders, Coffin himself in an Overwatch mech as well with some large pulse here. Trying to see some trades back and forth, looks like.
Yeah, somebody that got their Locust up into the circle, but not enough to stop the Coffins from taking a little bit of time.
Yeah, so it looks like the Phi-Zix Gaming for the Raptors has a little bit of Overwatch there. He got beat up on some trades, but now the brawl's starting to start here. Slowly poking away at each other. Both teams still pretty fresh.
79's kind of sitting sort of in a kill spot there. It's very easy. Oh, they're pushing out. Lights are pushing out the side. One of their lights just got soloed.
Oh, there we go. So yeah, the 9th Prophet is kind of in a dangerous area right now. It's a Locust.
Yeah.
So you should be able to get in and get out quick. But there's UAVs up everywhere. These Overwatch mechs aren't typically in the best spot they should be. Typically, you want the Overwatch mechs on either team to be across the canyon on one side or the other, right? He's designed to possibly be cannon fodder, but be doing damage from the sides. It's not helpful to have your Overwatch mech that close to the battle.
But both teams pretty spread out. No team really committing to the push yet.
Yeah, you need to. It's gonna come down to the drop caller on either side. Recognize when someone's weak or when a mech is caught out. Like for example, Coffin Raiders kind of here on the low ground, in that Cicada. They could push, drop down, beat him up, and get upstairs. For example, Cicada, that Cicada does not have jump jets. But 79th, the Raptors are kind of getting powerful on that side there. They're kind of stacking up.
Oh, nice arty strike on. Who is that? Askel?
Yeah. Ashka's lasso. That strike is devastating to him. Let me see if I can jump in his cockpit here. He lost an arm, so he's pretty yellow all over, but nothing crit. Just a little bit from the back. So still pretty good as far as armor spread.
What?
But that. Oh, but it's like
Adam Chef and that Arctic Cheetah down low. Looks like they're chasing down. Is that top hard?
Yeah. So 9th Prophet went down. They jumped on him, right? But right now, Coffins are stronger in this little valley. But they're about to get pushed. Geg in an over prime coming after Coffin. That's a bad place to be. But Subwoofer here is down. The Cheetah, he's all by himself as well. There's two different battles going on right now.
Yeah, there is.
But it's still pretty even. Raptors are still up by at least 1 kill. 2-2 now.
Yep.
2 and 2 kills. But you got to stop these micro battles. You got to get the whole team to dedicate.
Oh, Subwoofer overheated and died in place, right where he was standing.
And Ashes is fighting a
Yeah,
already.
Ash is definitely outnumbered, and he goes down quick.
And damage numbers still pretty even. They still have pretty even damage spread. Geg for Raptors is only 24% in the Nova. He has no arms anyway, so he's not doing anything. So it is 4-4 right now so far.
Beaver took a nice shot of SRM fire.
And Raptors are on the low ground. V-Time came up high ground. He gets focused. He goes down. Again, it's 2-4 right now. Geg's still not doing any damage because he has no arms in that Nova. They're focusing on Atomic Leaf right now in the Arctic Cheetah. Again, when a mech has no weapons, like Geg, ignore that mech. And they're doing exactly that. The last mech left. Atomic Leaf. Another mech goes down, though. Right, it's like just clean up here now.
Yep, it's just Geg.
Yeah.
Last one standing.
Yep, he's just surviving. There you go.
And dies in midair.
So, man, that was good. So both teams brought heavy. It stayed pretty even all the way through. Again, those damage numbers can be deceiving because some mechs had no weapons, right? But only the was it Coffins? No, only the Coffins got the bonus of 5 kills.
Yep, why don't you go over the numbers there, and I'm going to update our scores.
Absolutely. So, holy crap. MVP for Team 1 here for the Raptors. Accolade, Hunchback 2CA, 1142 damage. That is really hard to do in a light drop, guys.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Maybe it's, that's
Yeah.
the accolade. I'll give you an accolade to accolade. Okay, I'll put it that way. Dad jokes. Base Thunder and the Griffin 2N doing 351 damage for Raptors there. Wow. So that was fun to watch. Congratulations on Coffin doing an excellent fight there. I was worried about them, man. They were down. They were getting beat up. They got beat up by some strikes. I didn't know if they were going to pull it off. Had some mechs isolated down there on the low ground. And somehow they pulled it back together. Great match.
All right, so after drop 1, I just got my prizes from the challenge. Hey, I got another linebacker. Yay. Anyway, so after drop 1, Coffin Raiders lead it. Oh, I didn't do something right here. I didn't give somebody in the ninth the right number there. Let's try this again. Okay, so after drop 1, Coffin Raiders are winning over the 79th Raptor Talent, the 79th, 350 rep to 100. Coffins did get the bonus for killing 5 mechs, so they walked away with a little bit more there. They got all 8 of the kills. 79th was only able to manage the 4 kills on that first drop, so that's why they're showing 100. But at this point, though, again, that was the crapshoot drop. This is still anybody's ball game here. That's only a 250 point deficit for 79th. From here on out, it's when we're going to start to see what skills these guys have, because this is where things are going to start changing. It's not a crapshoot drop. This is where things start to get good.
Absolutely. When you're up close, it's hard to miss, right? When you're 50 meters from someone right in front of your face and slapping that mouse button down. But when you get a little bit more range here, we're going to be on Mining Collective, so it's still going to be a little bit of a brawl, but you tend to see more Overwatch mechs, more long-range mechs, more pop-tarting, twitch shots, who's going to hold those lasers more steady, positioning, keeping that convex, or that concave on the enemy team, keeping that good spread, and we'll see what happens. I mean, there was some crazy damage numbers last game. Again, Accolade there. Holy crap! I would attribute that maybe to the crazy, quirk, the new PTS, the new skills tree system with all the structure and armor people are taking, of course. But wow, that was fun to watch. Mechs definitely seem to be surviving longer than they should in some instances. You can definitely tell.
I was just getting some complaints there that they can't hear you very well, so I turned you up, but they'll notice it in 5 minutes.
Cool, sounds good. I gave myself a few clicks up too. Let you guys know. The neighbors hear me.
I'm sure. The baby's gonna be hearing you soon too.
She will.
All right, so next map. Let's take a look at the map strat. Next map, Mining Collective. I'll pull it up here. Yep. Domination. What do you think, man? Give us a little rundown here. If it was if it was Blackwatch, now neither of these teams are competing in those higher levels of MRBC, but if it was Blackwatch, what would you guys do?
So Blackwatch, on this map, we're probably gonna brawl and smash your face as quick as possible, and maybe have 1 or 2 Overwatch mech most, but we're gonna brawl your face. First, Team 1 is at a disadvantage to bring range. Bringing range on Team 1 side is not good because you have all this cover here that can cover a brawl push pretty easily. You can get brawled real easy on Team 1 side if you try to bring range. The only time I expect a team to really bring something rangy is going to be from Team 2 side, where you can set up, build a nice concave, etc. Problem is, though, you got to get your mechs into the middle. You got to get that locust or whatever your fast mech is to get that domination point up. It comes down to map control. It comes down to control here. But I expect both these teams to brawl. Straight up. I think, was it the Raptors had 1 Overwatch mech, which I think was Accolade, that did all that damage in Hunchback 2C. Whereas the Coffin's Raiders had 2 Overwatch mechs, the Cicada and their Hunchback. But the Overwatch isn't going to be as helpful in this because it's still such a light drop, right? We've got 2 lights, 4 mediums, and 2 heavies. It's very easy to get isolated on this map still, and get rushed by a good Brawl team. So could go either way. I think that Raptors are going to be out for blood just because, they had the damage advantage early on. They had the positional advantage earlier on last game, I think, and just the pendulum just swung just enough for Coffin's Raiders to take it from them. So I think both teams are going to be ready to go after it on this one as well. But let's see what we got here. We got both teams readying up.
Yeah, we're just waiting on the team captain for the Coffin's Raiders to ready up there, and we will be good to go.
Yeah, this is an interesting spread here. I want to guarantee Raptors are going to be Brawl. It looks like they're still very tight together. Team 2, the Team 2 side for Coffin. Oh, they readjusted their lances. If they were going to stay that split, I would say they may be more of a range deck, Team 2, Coffin's Raiders, but they're finalizing here now, getting locked in.
Yep, just got one more to go here.
Yeah. So,
real quick while we're waiting, how's the new baby girl, Mikado?
She is beautiful, man. Fatherhood, I was like, okay, I went to the mech lab. I got all the best meta components I could. I built the most beautiful baby girl, and that will be kicking butt here come, I don't know, 10 years, whenever she can hold a mouse and keyboard. She'll be out there.
I get my students started in FPS gaming as early as 4th grade at school.
Oh, so. Nice. There you go, man. Yeah, I'll just start her early. Beautiful, great baby. She's squinty like I am, and her and her mom are doing awesome. They're in the next room right now, hanging out, listening to me yell Mech Warrior, yell at robots. So, guys, thanks again for joining us here. Memorial Day weekend. Thanks for coming out and hanging out with us, putting the hamburger down, or keep eating your hamburger. Someone grab me a beer. Let's go into our second match here on Mining Collective.
Yeah, I'm getting a beer. As soon as this match is over, I'm grabbing my first beer. I actually saw El Switchblade. He was casting a match the other day, and he was having beer while he was drinking. I'm like, I don't think I could do that. I screw up enough as it is on my own. I don't need to be drinking at the same time.
Well, I'm sure most of our streamers here have seen RJ, either the 24-hour stream or some of these drunk drops. 228 drunk drops.
My happy hour show. That's a good example right there. The fact that the last one I had of this past Friday was just ridiculous. But I nursed that hangover all day Saturday. But we are in drop 2. Just waiting for those drop ships to come in.
All right. Yep. And then we'll get things loaded here. And again, we're not doing the dual stream tonight, but we'll bring that back at a future time. Usually we get a little in-cockpit mech action going on there.
Yeah, Mikado was away with the family. I'm sure bringing the new granddaughter to see her grandparents for the first time.
That whole family. That baby has not been put down since she came out. That's going to be the most spoiled future Mech Warrior baby ever.
Oh, I am sure. But here come the teams. 79th Raptors sporting 2 Novas, an Arctic Cheetah, a Storm Crow, Locust, 2 Ebon. Uh-oh. 2 doubles. 2 doubles.
2 Novas. Oh, wait. Yeah.
2 Novas, 2 Ebon Jag Primes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's no bueno.
Should I don't know. I'm not sure what the call is here.
What's the rule here?
I mean, is it up to Coffins to call him on it?
I think we let them play it out, and the team that violated it the team that didn't violate the rules will have our opportunity to call it, I guess you could say, if I remember correctly. But let them play it out, guys. Let them play it out. We'll give the teams the opportunity either to do maybe a replay if they offer it, or the team that violated the rules will take the forfeit for this one, if I'm correct with MRBC ruling. But we do have some action going on already. In the middle, 1 Nova Prime already down from 79th here.
I'm up perplexed because they brought doubles.
Yeah.
It's MRBC. You don't do that.
but it's not helping them right now. So right now, 79th, they're getting beat up. They got 2 mechs down already.
Yeah.
They're both the Novas. That's a lot of firepower to lose early on, especially in a brawl deck here. 79th, that's a lot to lose. Coffin's Raiders did double up on Griffin 2 ends, which is again is a very powerful mech. No Novas, so that's interesting to see. But these Overwatch mechs are doing some work here. Was it Base Thunder here? In Eben Jags doing some good damage there from 79th. But Coffins they're conquering the center.
Yeah.
They're holding that center down.
79th, there's 4 down already. This is I mean, easily, even with the 2 doubles, this is easily going in Coffin's favor.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a nice strike right there from the Coffins, but I don't think it's going to be enough. 2 down for the Coffins.
Ninth Prophet legged and down that Locust. That hurt. It's just cleaning up time here now.
Yeah, pretty much. 3 left standing for 79th. Even with the doubles.
And even with the doubles still gone, sometimes it does happen, guys. New teams and experienced teams will make mistakes. Usually it comes down to your drop commander to try to look it over. You have to check your team before you drop guys. But we'll see what the damage is here at the end. Again, 79th had more damage last time, still didn't take it. They're just cleaning up Base Center. Base Center's down.
Looks like they're sending their light off the cap, but I don't know if he's going to make it. No, he's coming back.
Wait, it was Domination or was it Conquest?
It's Conquest.
Conquest. Okay, yeah. So we had the Domination point on the map strat, so I just want to double check.
Oh, we did? Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's all good. Hey, guys, we haven't started drinking yet. Just wait till we start drinking. This stream gets much more fun. 3rd, 4th, and 5th drop. You guys will see all the action here shortly.
Atomic Chief is running for his life and splat.
And he's down. And this is one of those maps too where it's so small. Cap doesn't really matter on this map. You go and you mirror the other team. Cap doesn't really matter as much as just killing everyone. It's very easy to go back and cap. But look at that damage spread from Coffin's Raiders. Pretty even damage spread. Everyone rotating out damage. Let's see what both teams did to inflict damage. And accolade again for Coffin's Raiders here. 764 damage. Holy crap, that's a lot of damage. Nice, dude. Congrats to him. Base Thunder leading with the Eben Jag. For 79th Raptors there. 586 damage in that Eben Jag. 1 of 2. The doubling up didn't help them. But let's see what they both have to say. So normally here, guys, again, we may need to check the rule book.
Yeah.
We let them play. The team that won was, they won anyways. If they had lost, they would have had the opportunity to force the other team to forfeit, or sometimes we've seen it, hey, let's redrop it again the correct way, and do it that way, right? So it just depends on the teams. Both teams have been very sportsmanlike so far, but we'll talk to the teams, just let them know real quick.
Yeah, I'm not going to update the scores yet. I'm going to chat with them here.
Okay.
I'm going to bring up the map strat for the next map, which is River City, and I'll let you go over that while...
All right. Sounds good. I'll let you do the paperwork, man. I'll take the map strat and break down the next one. So, all right. All right, so again, guys, we handle that. So, River City, it's a good map, guys. It's a good map. It's been redone over the years, as some of the veterans have seen. This does lend to both brawling, mid-range, and some long-range engagements. We're going to have, of course, the Raptors on the Team 1 side. They're going to be trying to get in here the quickest way possible. And, of course, we're going to have Team 2, Coffin's Raiders, coming in from Team 2's side, trying to get here into these power positions. This is going to be the 1 assault, 3 mediums, 4 heavies. You do get a bonus for keeping your assault alive, guys. Remember that. You're not necessarily always going to have a brawl assault on this one, because you want to keep your assault alive and usually out of the brawl. So we will see what happens with that here. Some strong positions on this map, of course, are going to be for Team 1. You have your airport right here. Okay. Some spots along the Citadel to get you some firing lines. And that's pretty much it, right? Whereas Team 2 side, Garden, super powerful. Upper City, super powerful. And you can still do some trading out of here and out of here. The place you don't want to go on this map where you get stuck out is you don't want to get stuck here in G6 in this water. You don't want to get stuck down here in E6 for too long. You want to get your 3 cap, and you want to hold that 3 cap and secure your guys, right? The team that gets to recap, Gamma Theta Kappa or Epsilon Theta Sigma on either side. This is a good map where it comes to map control. Map control is super important. The team that has the better map control puts themselves in a better position that forces the enemy team to have to make the stupid move. And I think we're going to see some more trading here. Maybe a little less brawl out of both teams, but more of that Overwatch you've kind of seen. All night we've seen like Accolade and what was it, Subwoofer for Team 2 for Coffin's Raiders. Those seem to be kind of the, some, you have the aces for both teams. I think it was Base Thunder, I'm sorry, for Team 1. You get your aces, right? Some of your really good trading guys, you put those in those longer range mechs, and you let them do their work. You just let them do what they do. And we're going to see that here shortly. So right now we are still going over the rules a little bit.
Yeah, this is going to be chalked up as a 79 forfeit for the drop, regardless. It doesn't matter. I don't think it matters how many mechs they killed.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, Bandit or Doyle or somebody can correct me if we're wrong here. I know the Coffins are happy with the result regardless, and they're prepping for drop 3. I have it set up right now, though, just based off of MRBC rules, as a forfeit of the drop from the 79th.
Gotcha. Yep. And it's going to be considered a forfeit. We appreciate both teams playing through it, right?
Yeah.
And thanks everyone in chat for backing us up too and helping us out here. We'll get it figured out. But again, sportsmanship from both teams has been excellent tonight because it could have easily gone the other way.
So, and been like, and Twitch chat is pointing out. I didn't even see this. I was so focused on the doubles, but people in Twitch chat are pointing out that they also brought 3 heavies.
Yeah.
So.
Oh well, yeah, that too, absolutely.
So that's like the double forfeit there. That was a completely illegal drop deck. So we're just going to count it as a forfeit on the drop by the 79th.
But that was still fun to watch.
It was.
Come on, that was fun to watch. It's like just let them fight it out. Still, at least we should put on a show. And again, it could have gone another way. The Raptors showed up. Coffin's Raiders, were late. Sometimes you see this where the other team's too late. They force them to forfeit totally. The Raptors gave the Coffins opportunity to get their guys together. They got their guys together, and it's good from both sides, guys.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of good sportsmanship because this match was actually supposed to happen last night, and the Coffins couldn't get all their guys in game because of the holiday weekend. It's a very rough weekend for comp play because of the holiday, but 79th was very sportsmanlike about it. They allowed them to reschedule the match for tonight and a half hour later too. So regardless, I mean, these are two very sportsmanlike teams here. So it's really good to see teams work like this with each other. This was actually an issue last year during Worlds. There were teams that refused to communicate, refused to play a sportsmanlike game, and those teams subsequently got a very bad name for themselves because of that.
Absolutely.
But typically in MRBC, we do see a lot more good sportsmanlike conduct, and these two teams are actually a very good example of that. The way that they're working with each other, making sure this match happens. So very good to see.
Absolutely. And again, with the new skill tree out, guys, it takes time to science out each individual mech you're going to play. Oftentimes, I'm not surprised to see people. They said dropping out of the match, going to put together, a mech they probably weren't expecting to play tonight because they're playing last minute. Oh, hey, we need Mikado, we need you to play this, or oh, RJ, we need you to play this. It happens on every team. You got to fit last minute guys in, and with the skill tree, it takes a little bit more time to do that. So again, people going in and out, back and forth, just like in football or any other sport. Even professionals, you have 12 people on the field instead of 11. People get paid millions of dollars. You're still going to get penalties. You're still going to have things happen. So we're moving on. We have both teams getting ready here for our River City drop, which this is usually where it starts to pick up. And this is where I need to go grab a beer real quick, man. RJ, I'm getting thirsty. What about you, man?
I mean, you picked up a beer too while you're at it?
I got you, man. So let me grab mine real quick. I'll be right back, and then we'll see if we get RJ win too.
All right, but yeah, with the forfeit, Coffins, they not only get the score for 8 kills and the win, but they also get the bonus too. I'm confirming it. Magician and Bandit are helping me out here with the specific rules because I thought the Coffins had the option to redrop, but no, the rules state it is an automatic forfeit. So those of you who said that in Twitch chat, you are absolutely correct. These are things I should know, but you know, it's not something in all the MRBC casts that I have done, it is not something that I have had to deal with yet. So this is actually a first for me. But with that forfeited drop from the 79th, that puts the Coffin Raiders up 700 rep points to 100 rep points. Which means the 79th really needs to get something going here for these next few drops. It's still not out of reach yet for them. This could still easily turn to their favor. This is a battle for third place, so the team that wins here will be taking third place in the division going into the next week of MRBC. Both teams are almost ready. We're just waiting on the DC for the Coffins to ready up. Oh, I got to change the map though. That's what they're waiting on. Derp to derp derp.
All right, I'm back. All right. So we're getting the next match set up here. New map. Make sure everything's set up correctly here. So Conquest.
Yeah, I got it. Conquest, River City.
Cool.
We should be good to go now. We're just
time of day. Time of day.
Oh yes, thank you.
Oh yeah. See, guys, we're professionals.
Yes,
now. We're
yes.
Pros.
Well, we made that mistake once.
Well, hey, you know, we break something every time we cast, right? Either I have a computer crashing or we're picking the wrong stuff. But we're doing all right. So,
all right, we're launching this one now. Going into drop 3 commander mode. In this one, each team must bring an 85-ton assault mech. If you can kill the enemy team's assault mech and keep yours alive, you get the bonus points, the bonus rep points.
absolutely. And so, you know, again, that could be the difference between winning the season here in MRBC or coming in second place. These matches have still been relatively close so far tonight, other than the one forfeit, of course.
Yeah.
But like map drop 1, you know, both teams, every kill you get, it counts towards the end of the season. So if you have mechs that are on the borderline of dying, you need to keep those mechs alive. You need to preserve those mechs on your team. This is where it becomes real important. Rotate out the damage, calling out who your beat up players are, and not letting your last couple guys get cleaned up. You know, you don't always need to lose those 2 or 3 guys. This isn't solo queue, right? Keep those guys alive. So let's see here. We got both mechs loading up. See if we get some information here on both teams here shortly.
Yeah, I see the dropships off in the distance. 79th Raptors, they're coming in with a Timberwolf, a Huntsman, a Niker, a Summoner, a Marauder, a Hunchback, an Ebon, and a Cicada. I don't think they brought a single duplicate on this one.
Yeah, that's like they got the ball back rolling.
They learned their lesson?
Oh, we got Marauder 2Cs on both sides here. Let me check out Coffin's Raiders. So Hunchback 2C with large pulse and medium lasers. We saw that earlier. Marauder 2C is going to be all laser vomit. High alpha laser vomit. Timberwolf, Brawl Timberwolf here as well. Another Brawl Timberwolf. That's going to be the duplicate there, of course. Hellbringer with Gauss and medium lasers. So subwoofer here and a little bit of an Overwatch mechs. Shadowhawk. That's one of those mechs you're seeing alive again with the new PTS stuff. SRMs and LBX. And Ebon Jag, AC-10s and medium lasers. So pretty diverse deck here, guys. From Coffin's Raiders. So let's see what's going to happen. A hold. We got a hold here.
Do we have a hold?
Yeah, we have a hold. Looks like in chat.
Where are you seeing that at?
Oh, when I was spectating
Oh, okay.
in cockpit view.
Let's take a look at 9th Prophet real quick. That'd be over here. 9th Prophet and the Summoner D with 2.
Oh, it's a redrop. We're calling for a redrop. It looks like.
All right.
YOLO mode engaged.
Gonna redrop it. Everybody just needs to kill each other. Oh. Well, if they killed each other.
Hopefully that bug still doesn't do it where they get stuck in lobby.
I'm sure it's going to.
Yeah. Oh no. All right, we're gonna break things.
The best way to do that, honestly, if you have that problem happen, is just have everybody kill each other, then exit the match like normal, so that you can
Mechs don't get locked.
You can keep it. Mechs will be locked. We'll have to recreate the lobby. This could be interesting to say the least.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm not even in the lobby anymore.
Uh oh.
Yeah.
Well, no
All right.
worries, guys. We spoke too soon that there wasn't going to be some shenanigans tonight, you know? But we'll get everyone back together again. Let's see what happens.
All right.
We get to blow up this lobby.
Well, are you in the lobby? Because it kicked me out of the lobby.
Quitting out of the match right now.
Oh.
And let me see what we can get going here. All right, guys, we're blowing stuff up, literally in real life.
Well, that's because they didn't
drop 3.
They didn't end the game correctly.
Yeah.
I can't invite you to the lobby either. It says you're still in that one.
Okay. So yeah, I'll drop out of this one real quick. We'll get this fixed.
And I just invited the wrong person too. That's great.
Hey, you're not having fun if you're not having some technical difficulties. It's all good. All right, so I am now out of that one and jumping in to the new lobby.
All right. I gotta get everybody re-invited.
And again, no
Ninth-
worries, guys. Takes a few moments.
9th Prophet. And then Subwoofer.
And roll both teams in here slowly but surely. All right.
Okay, Mew moved down to spectator slot. We'll set this up for Conquest. River City.
Yes, sir.
River City. Time of day is day. Time limit is 15 minutes. Full teams no. Let's try this again. I sent out the invites, I believe. Let me double check. Star League, it is Subwoofer did spell that correctly. So
And so we kind of got a sneak peek, guys, at both teams' compositions. They seemed pretty similar. It looked like Raptors may have had a little bit longer range trading, if I remember correctly, RJ.
Yeah.
But Coffin's coming in heavy to brawl. This is where the sportsman side from both sides come in. Hopefully, they don't see each other's stuff real quick, from the stream. Hopefully everyone brings the same exact things. You don't want to do counter strats and stuff like that just because you hold. That would not be cool, of course. But we'll get both teams rolled back in here and get the ball rolling again. In the meantime, okay, post your favorite emojis or emoticons in chat to get this game hyped up while we fix some broken things. Hype it up, guys. I want to see favorite teams. Put your favorite emoticon, your favorite team in chat right now. Give me an emoticon for Raptors or an emoticon for Coffin's Raiders. Give me your favorite one. Let's see who's cheering who on tonight in this chat. I want to see the fight going.
I got a great idea. I got something that'll get them hyped up here.
What you got, RJ? What you got?
Well, the Coffins, they have to wait for their mechs to become unlocked, which is normal. So what we'll do here, let me take a look at these codes that Bandit gave me here to make sure that I'm giving away the right thing. Okay. Let's give away another mech bay. How about that?
Oh, mech bays. I like mech bays, guys. If you like mech bays, hype it up.
Everybody needs a mech bay. Well, actually, I don't. I've got 8 of them, 8 extras right now, but everybody else does, and you don't need them either because, well, you're like special and stuff. So.
Hey, I'm spaceport now. I'm a dad. All my mech bays are a baby's mech bays now. I can't afford those anymore either.
Yeah, that's true.
No, man. Let's give out some mech bays here, guys. Hype it up in chat. Let's see what you guys. Who's gonna win the mech?
All right, here we go. Gonna start rolling it.
Get it.
There they go. The name's rolling by. Who's gonna get this mech bay? Somebody wants it. Slowing down. Accursed. ACCURS3D. Accursed with the win. Congratulations,
Accursed.
sir.
All right. So, Accursed, you wrote your name down here, but if we don't get to you, definitely message us after the chat, Accursed, for your free mech bay.
Yep, we'll send those out in the Twitch chat or on Discord as soon as the match is done.
Mm-hmm.
All right, still waiting for Still waiting for the coffins. Their mechs are still locked, I guess.
Yeah. But this would be a good time. You guys out there, crew, grab your beers if you're 21 or older. If you're not, grab your root beers. This is the time to do it.
Yeah, you know that's a great idea, Mikado. Keep talking for a minute. Oh wait, I'm blinking here. Why am I blinking? Something's blinking on me. Based Thunder sent me a friend request.
There you go.
Okay.
Get that community going.
Thank you for the friend request. I'm gonna grab a beer. You talk to him for a minute.
Got
Since you didn't get my beer one last time.
I'll throw one to you, man. I'll throw one to you next time. So guys, grab those drinks. This is a PG-13 chat, so we're gonna keep it nice and friendly in here. But we're adults. Use protection. A few more minutes, guys. Again, it's gonna be 15 minutes from when we ended that match before everyone's gonna jump out. Our halftime show. We don't have the budget for like fancy dancing necks and stuff like that, but it'll come eventually. Keep supporting your favorite MRBC channels. Again, guys, go back, replay those old MRBC matches from this last week. There's some great ones from week 7 here. Okay, some Division A matches. In particular, Blackwatch versus Osiris. Pretty good.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
Yours truly made it in that one.
You're not proud of your team at all, are you?
Those are my boys, man. Those are my boys. Okay, we can't turn in paperwork to update the score, but
no,
we'll
Chris. Chrisman, we're calling you out. It's mandatory. We call out Chrisman every single cast we do.
At least one stream at a time. At least one. Chrisman, please.
That's the new hashtag. Hashtag Chrisman, please.
All right, so we got the Coffins Raiders.
Yeah, Coffins are back in. I have to make sure I got everything set up correctly for the map. Conquest, River City, daytime, 15 minutes. Full teams no first-person view mode. Ooh, I almost messed it up. Somebody could have put up the noob bot.
Right.
All right.
Third-person mode.
Right. 79th is setting their lances. Oh, we might actually be able to do this.
I've got to get a cat off my keyboard. Excuse me, kitty.
It's not a cat, it's a baby. If it's not a baby, it's a wife.
It's always something. Always something. All right, I got the Raptors are readying up.
79th is ready. We're just waiting for the last two from the Coffins, and we will hopefully get drop 3 underway.
Yes, sir. And it's a green board. There we go.
All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
All right, let's get
You
this
can
going.
do it. Not enough beer.
So again, guys, we got a good sample of what both teams brought. Okay, so it looks like we had Coffins Raiders a little bit more brawl, whereas Raptors a little bit more longer range. Let's see how aggressive both teams are to win this. That's going to come down to those, your aces, longer range game. That skill is going to come out, right? You're going to see that those crack shots, really putting some work in there. Let's see what happens.
Looking at this beautiful splash screen when you're loading into the map.
Yeah.
So
all that helpful information.
Yeah.
Hold backspace to view scoreboard and stuff like that.
Let's go take a look at a drop ship. Ah, the nice leopard class drop ship. I'm gonna chase this thing in.
PGI really needs to make action figures, man. Like you can buy drop ships from them. You could buy mechs from them. I'd buy them. I know there's some 3D printing guys out there already in the community building some cool stuff. All right, so we got both teams loading into here. And again, it looks like, both teams are bringing the same thing. I'm seeing the same thing. No changes there. That's good.
Not seeing any duplicates. No duplicates for the 79th.
We're following the rules, and this both teams again doing the same thing. I've got Coffins Raiders are running right towards the battle. Let's see what's going to happen.
Here we go. This is the guy I want to see. 9th Prophet and a Summoner D. Low mounted PPCs.
And again, we saw Accolade here. He was doing work earlier. He's in the Hunchback, 2 large pulse, 2 mediums. Whereas I believe the Hunchback over there for Raptors was a PPC Hunchback, if I recall correctly. Was it Base Thunder? Yep, dual PPC Hunchback, Base Thunder. So, some Laser Vomit versus some PPC trading, right?
Right.
Who's going to keep the DPS up?
Yeah, who's got the better aim? It's
And both teams are largely ignoring, Spaceport and Upper City. They're kind of doing the typical kind of going here for Citadel. Rat Coffin Raiders have to be real careful they don't get caught out here in the middle. Getting caught out in the middle in the water you can lose a little momentum. Because again, the Raptors have a little bit longer range crew.
Cicada taking some fire there from Theta. Let's take a look at his damage numbers. Yeah, he's down to 86%. Take some of that long range fire.
Yep.
Coffin's Raiders moving into Theta, trying to retake that capture point.
Yeah, and you got 9th Prophet here for Raptors on a kind of he's hanging out here at Spaceport, kind of getting the little cut up angle here, and it only takes one long range mech to really get the flank in. Right now, T-Sphere is.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's cored out in the back. His left torso is almost gone. He's got those god torsos on there, so they're very easy to hit.
Absolutely, and that's a full brawl mech to be beat up that early on. That's a lot. He got halved. His right side's down.
He's getting very bad positions. 79th has great lines on him. He's about to get some cover finally, but it's already after he's lost half his mech.
Exactly, and Coffin's Raiders is pushing up to the side of the Citadel here. Hopefully they can put this brawl DPS to use, but they've only got 3 mechs at the head, and they've got 3 mechs in the backfield. That's not going to be pretty coming around that corner. Your brawlers cannot lose sight of your Overwatch mechs. Right now, Fi's Gaming here is getting back shots in that Cicada, but these brawlers for Coffin's Raiders just get tore up on this corner. They're literally pushing right now into.
Oh, the Timberwolf is pushing solo straight into Collins Raiders. He is down to 40. Yep, he's dead.
And he's down.
A solo push. That's how that usually works. If you do a solo push, that's 2 down now for Coffin's Raiders. 3 down.
And here, Blackwatch, you talk about it all the time, right? Your brawl guys cannot lose sight of your Overwatch mechs. They pushed around the corner. The Overwatch mechs cannot help them, and they got mopped up.
Yep. The rest of Coffin's Raiders were still hanging out in back. That was a 3-man push around the corner into the full enemy team. It did not work out for them.
Absolutely. And so far, this looks like the pendulum swing for 79th Raptors that may bring them back.
Deadly Handsome went down in that Ebon.
Yep. Let's see. Accolade still doing work up on the Citadel there for Coffins. He's still pretty fresh. Does anyone see him up there? I'm noticing a lot too. Not a lot of seismic sensors coming out as much as you used to see with the skill tree.
Yeah.
Skill tree really forces you to split up your investment, right? But both sides get just cleaned up right now. Subwoofer, T-Sphere going down. Accolade
one left.
Last mech in the,
he's up on top of the Citadel.
Yeah, and he's been a shining star tonight so far, but I don't think he'll have the DPS really to kill all these mechs. Maybe he'll get another kill or two, kind of bring that score in a little bit more in line. But he's taking some big shots right there. It's a hard place to defend from. Yep, and he's half mech there.
Half and dead. Down. Ooh, that was a nice death though. The way he went tumbling over there.
Yeah. So wow. So there was definitely a change of pace there. We saw Coffin's Raiders had it those first 2 matches, and Raptors stayed a little bit tighter, forced Coffin's Raiders to move places they weren't supposed to be moving, and they made the Coffin's Raiders pay for those mistakes. Wow.
Let's see here. Did 79? Did they keep their? Yes, they did. The Marauder 2C is still alive, so they got the bonus for that.
Yeah. So the Raptors did get the bonus. Also, too, it looked like T-Bird in that Marauder 2C did do the most damage with 597 damage and 4 kills, cleaning up there for Team 2. Their Marauder 2C only did 248 damage, but Accolade in that Hunchback 2C.
I was just gonna say.
I was just gonna say. Yep, 756 damage and 2 kills.
This guy, I don't know. He's the standout player I've seen in this match so far. He's running alone a lot of times, but he's putting himself in the right position to get the shots he needs.
Yeah, absolutely. Consistent damage, holding his zones down. But again, Mech Warrior is a strong team game. You have to make sure your team stays together, rolls together. Your Overwatch mechs cannot lose sight of your Brawl mechs, because when your Brawl mechs pushed in, as Coffin Raiders did, they pushed in. It was 8-on-3 or 8-on-4. Those Overwatch mechs couldn't do anything to help. But again, good match. This could be the pendulum swing going into Drop 4. This is one of probably my favorite matches of MRBC, in that it's 2-2, 2-2. So a little bit more of a classic kind of bounce setup.
Yeah.
But this is going to be on Polar Highlands.
Well,
much longer range.
After Drop 3, Coffin's Raiders are still in the lead, 750 rep points and 2 drops 1. But that single drop 1 by 79th really helped close that gap a little bit. They have 450 rep points with that win and the bonus they got from that. So they're only 300 rep down. If 79th can keep that up, if they can keep the pressure on, this could still be a very close match.
Absolutely. And we talked about this before, right? The pendulum of momentum swings back and forth. Teams gain it, and they lose it. And you have to be careful, because just because you start good doesn't mean you're going to end good on the other end. Coffin's Raiders, they have to bring it back together, have to quickly adjust to the mistakes they made, and bring it back. This match is going to be a much longer range match. You really do have to keep an eye on, the placement of your team, the Overwatch aspect of it. Put your power mechs in power positions. It's domination with that in mind as well. Oh no, sorry, it's conquest. So you do have to keep caps in mind as well, right? You have to be careful your light mechs don't get ganked. Are you going to bring fast mediums to try to do the cap game more? This is the map that you can win on cap game alone if you do it right. Are we going to see that from either team? I don't think so. I think it's going to be a fight. But we've seen some of those ace pilots so far tonight doing some amazing work in some of those ranged mechs. And if you're the other team, you need to recognize those guys and shut those guys down quick. All right.
Well, I just brought us into the map strat. Why don't you kind of give us some ideas here?
Yeah, absolutely. So, Team 1 is going to be the Raptors, right? So it's going to be here on the south side of the map. And Coffin's Raiders on the north side. Now, there are some power positions, on this map, but the problem is they're kind of hard to see. There's so many little alcoves and little positions here that you can really kind of get in and dig your heels in, right? But it's hard to see. And if you move around this map too much,
I think we're losing Mikado. He was right in the middle of the map strat. I think we're losing him. Is it me or is it him? Not me. Might be TS.
Connection lost.
I'm still connected to the other ones. It's the MRBC TS. All right, let's see if he is on 228 TS or MRBC. I get hold of him here. Sorry, guys. It's just one thing after another.
It looks. Oh, there we go. So it's gonna come down to winning in the mech bay, picking the right mechs, and just putting your good pilots in position to do their work. And let's see how both teams do that here. Lance placement doesn't really matter. Again, all the lances are very close together. But RJ, I'm not sure what you guys have been running there, in your unit there in 228, but I'm just seeing a lot of battle masters, a lot of just some less Kodiaks, more battle masters.
Yeah, I've still been seeing we've still been seeing the Kodiaks a little bit in Div B, but you're right, the battle masters, marauders.
Yeah, even
I dropped 3 last week. I brought the Marauder 2C, the large pulse medium laser build, and I took 3 kills in that drop.
Nice.
So
nice.
Marauders definitely. I think it's in fact we were talking about today in the Swamp Foxes channel. It's kind of a toss up right now. Which is better, the 5 large pulse Battlemaster, or the large pulse medium laser Marauder? And,
Absolutely.
And it's a really tough call.
Yeah.
Because with that Battlemaster, you got to put that XL engine in if you want to boat all 5 of those large pulse lasers. But then as soon as you pop that, or as soon as that torso's popped, that side torso's popped, it's down. Whereas the Marauder 2C can keep going with that Clan XL engine in it.
True. And then, with the Battlemaster 2, if you do go standard engine route, you're going to be dirt slow, you're going to be super hot. But it's going to come down to, Marauder 2Cs have lower hit points, whereas the Battlemasters have the higher hit points. Are you going to be side peeking, top peeking? Is the team synergy going to work? Maybe you go ER larges with those Battlemasters and just do full ER large, whether it's Grasshoppers, Dragons, Battlemasters, and just go that long range deck. You still maybe expect to see Night Gears as well. Night Gear is still super strong for the mid-range game. Pop-tarting, Hunchback 2Cs. So, if these teams have both science, we'll see how hard they have science here, and I'm curious to see what their decks are, if they're going to change very much, or if one team says screw it and goes full brawl. One of my favorite things to do.
Now, admittedly, I don't know a lot about these two teams, except for that they're, you look at the standings, they're very closely matched. But this being Div E2, and with the rise of Lerms after the new skill tree, do you think we could see Lerms?
Man, if I see Lerms, I'm gonna chug the next beer.
Yeah, me too. But still, it's E2.
It's very possible. We've seen it before. Lerms can be devastating. We've had Lermpocalypse before. There is less radar dirt being used again because you have to sacrifice different things to get those what used to be modules. You have to invest that elsewhere, so not as much radar derp, etc. Not as much seismic sensor. So it could be possible. Full narcs and LRM boats everywhere. We could see it. I would be super entertained. That would make my night, I think, to see a bunch of LRMs. Really. Oh wow, that'd be great.
Well, and with this new skill tree, Lerms have changed. I mean, like the weekend public queues have been Lerm central, and in my 24-hour mechathon last week, in the few remaining hours, Juju came and joined me on the stream, and guess what he brought? Lerms.
Oh, Lerms.
And it kind of, I mean, with this new skill tree, has the meta shift? Has it shifted again? Is Lerms really the thing?
Yeah.
But then you look at the counter argument. I was dropping with Swamp Foxes earlier today in public queue. We've gotten some maps where they brought Lerms, and all we did was we pushed them and we won.
Yeah, absolutely.
But this being comp play though, that was public. Those are public drops. Those were all public drops where I saw it. And this being comp play, would a team actually do it here? That's the question.
It's also, and in comp play, unlike other queues, you know exactly what map you're going to be on. You know exactly who you're playing. You know exactly what tonnages you're playing against and playing with. So it's very possible to get a synergy of LRMs together, or maybe you even have just one, LRMing, medium or something like that. Drop one in the deck, do a little science. Sometimes that's all it needs, right? You send your lights out to Kappa, right? Send your 2 lights out, or your 1 light out to Kappa, or one of the cap points on this map in particular. All that light has to do is narc or hold locks on whoever he's fighting. Now it's no longer a 1-on-1 light game or a 2-on-2 light game. Now you've got this multiplier from this LRM boat 1,000 meters away, raining LRMs. Now that LRM mech is going to win that little battle over there, right? So it's a force multiplier in certain situations. I only run LRMs when I'm highly intoxicated or for special occasions.
Right.
But it's still fun to play. It's still fun to watch. And let's see what happens here shortly.
It used to be a year and a half, 2 years ago when I was in RB, Lerms were a part of my regular drop decks. Now when I play them, I'm all kinds of confused. I don't know how to Lerm anymore. It's weird.
Absolutely. I mean, there was some Lermpocalypses in the past, guys. Some of the veterans will remember where Lerms would only hit your head, or they would only hit your CT and crazy stuff like that. It's not quite there right now, but they are there. I'm seeing Lerm Warhawks, Lerm Supernovas. I even saw Proton running LRM, like a LRM Supernova the other day. They're kind of fun to play, with the new stuff here. And the big thing is, like I said, you're not seeing that investment in radar derp and stuff like that you've seen in the past. So that could be a world of difference here. But both teams dropping in now. Let's look for some LRM launchers, man. Let's see what we get. All right. So what you got over there for Raptors?
Oh, I'm seeing a Shadowcat, a Hunchback, a Battlemaster, an Arctic Cheetah, a Locust, a Marauder 2C, and 2 Nikers.
Man, I've got pretty much full range deck here from Coffin's Raiders. So I've got Accolade Hunchback with 4 ER larges, Hellbringer Subwoofer 4 ER larges, 2 ER large Quick Draw with some SRMs, a 3 ER large Quick Draw, ER large Battlemaster, Small Pulse Cheetah, of course, another ER large Battle. I'm seeing all ER larges and a little bit of large pulse here from Coffin's Raiders. They're ready to long range the piss out of this map.
Yeah, I'm kind of seeing the same thing. I'm just flipping through all these mechs. I'm not seeing anything. I'm actually happy that neither one of these teams brought Lerms, because in Division E2 sometimes you don't know what you're gonna get. But I'm seeing Gauss rifles, ER large lasers, large pulse lasers, PPCs, small pulse lasers on the lights.
130 red.
Yeah,
And I like the Nikers. Nikers definitely a very powerful mech still. More of a mid-range mech, and I think for Raptors to really win this, once they recognize that, hey, this whole team only has ER larges, let's get in close and let's push on. Let's make them pay for those ER larges. Okay, if the Raptors sit back for too long and just let those ER larges just tear them up for too long, it's going to be too late. So let's see if they recognize that and then push on each other accordingly. We already have some early trades in here. Again, PPCs versus ER large, that hit scan is going to have a little bit of an advantage at super long range, because the hit scans are going to be doing some damage. Not pinpoint, but it's still going to be doing some damage there.
I got a sound bug. I went into one of the mechs and I can still hear its engine going now that I'm no longer in the mech.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, good times. Good times.
All right. Well, we're gonna fix it eventually. But the Raptors are losing trades right now. 90% their base Thunder, that Hunchback 2C. Night Gear is their 92%. What Coffin's Raiders have to do is they have to keep that range, keep that concave there going. Their lights are the Coffin's Raiders lights are all the way over there at Epsilon. So that's a little scary. I'm sure Raptors know that right now. They see that cap going there at Epsilon, but are they going to do anything about it? They have that fast medium, that Shadowcat B. Are they going to employ that? Are they going to gank anyone with that? But the Raptors are moving. They are on the move right now. The Raptors have to be real careful with some of this approach here, this low ground approach. The Raptors are still pretty fresh. They've been beaten up a little bit, but if those Raptors get within, I say, 500 meters of Coffins, those ER larges are not going to have the DPS to do anything. And you can already see some of Coffin's guys are kind of rotating now here. Is the drop commander calling that, or is that just natural kind of just pug feeling? Diddley Handsome here in the Shadowcat could get caught out here if he's not careful by the fast lights from the Raptors. Right now, Coffin's Raiders are a little bit crazy spread, but they are way up on caps right now. Raptors aren't playing the cap game, man. They don't care about the caps at all. Not a little bit.
Yeah, they're out for blood.
Absolutely. So this is where scouting is very important, right? You need to make sure your scouts are calling targets, calling where the enemy team movements are. Geg already down that Battlemaster. That's a big loss to Raptors.
Oh, I missed that. Where was that at?
He died somewhere in the backfield. Again, he just kind of caught out there. You get caught out in one of these open little areas, and those ER larges, they spread damage all over the damn place, but when you have 8 guys shooting at you with them, it's gonna hurt. And they're just doing this little death run right here. You see Coffin's Raiders are just kiting out. They're just continuing to kite away and making every mech that Raptors put out in the open pay for it. Let's see if they hold their ground here.
The Ebon Jag, Deadly Handsome, he's about to get overrun right here. The lights are encircling him.
Mm-hmm. So Deadly Handsome needs to move. He's getting beat up by that Locust, and he shuts down. And he's down.
Quick.
So again, we're a Shadowcat. We're a medium for an assault here, right? Still in Coffin's favors. You would have hoped that Shadowcat would have rotated out a little bit faster. Again, he is a Shadowcat. He should be moving, or at least getting some scouting info. But damn, Derek down.
Derek Hazen goes down. Yeah, that's 2 down for 79th.
A medium for a heavy and assault, not too shabby right now. There are some still pretty beat up mechs in the back of Raptors' backfield here.
Adam Cleef went down. That's 3 down for 79th. Like I have 1 surrounded here. Looks like the Marauder 2C.
So 79th isn't puckering right now. They need to start puckering because they're losing this rotation. Just some little mini fights going on here. V-Time to get one-on-oneing Lasso and Subwoofer here.
If the Marauder 2C goes down, this looks like it's going to go. I mean, only 4 left standing for 79th. This is already looking like it's going to go.
Absolutely. Oh,
Coffin's
Archie
favor.
goes down. Coffin's there. Now, look, this is the point where Raptors, you're still not all the way out of this battle, right? Kill as many mechs as you possibly can here. There's some beat up Subwoofer, 39 damage, etc. At least even up that match score at a little bit at the end of the series.
The Locust is now on a 4v1. I don't think. And his leg now.
And he's down.
Down.
And,
That's it. That's all she wrote.
Wow. So Coffins, they must have practiced this match, man. They knew exactly what they were doing, or they did it naturally, instinctively. Let's look at the damage here. Again, Accolade doing some carry there in that Hunchback 2C, 848 damage. Well done, sir. Base Thunder for the Raptors with 672 damage. There was it. Remember back in the day where there was all these crazy ER large quirks for Innersphere MX and CW.
Yeah.
And you jump into a CW match and there'd be a freaking light show going on in the sky. That's what we saw from Coffin's Raiders, and they did a really, really good job at kiting and keeping that up. Wow, good job, guys.
Yep, I concur.
All right, brought back some memories.
Well, that brings us into drop 5. Coffin's Raiders starting to pull away with this one now, up 1,100 rep points to 500. 79th only getting that 1 win thus far.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And again, Coffin's Raiders did get the bonus in that last match as well by killing all the heavies and assaults.
Yep.
But now we go into a really heavy match. You can't move fast. You can't kite away so fast.
And it's a hot map too.
Oh, it's hot as balls. I tell you, I was playing a Battle Master this last week in it. It's hot.
Yeah.
Tourmaline Desert, we've got 4 assaults, 2 heavies, 2 lights. The bonus goes to killing all the enemy team's assaults. And Tourmaline Desert, it's a very old map. It's been around for a while.
Mikado, I'm gonna go use the little boys' room. I'll be right back.
Cool. All right, no worries. Tourmaline Desert, it's an older map. A lot of veterans have played it quite a bit in comp and just in queue, right? Certainly some key positions here. This last game, Coffin's Raiders definitely did an excellent job at playing the range, kiting the range out away, and putting everyone just putting fire down constantly. That move and shoot. Super important when it comes to that kind of thing there. Both here as a Division E team and for a Division A team, it's essential that your team has that ability to do that. Again, the Raptors had some of that more mid-range at the Gauss PPC and some of that closer range stuff, but the problem is if you don't get close enough to use it, you're losing all your trades. When you only have a couple ER large mechs on one team and a whole team of like 8 on the other side, you're always going to be losing your trades. Two super long range mechs, so they're 8 long range mechs, etc. It's not a fun trade to lose against. It's going to be interesting to see again what assaults are going to come here on this very heavy drop. Okay, again, Kodiaks have kind of lost a little bit of their flavor. You're seeing more of the Battle Masters like we saw last time. You could see some brawling. You could see an Atlas, right? An Atlas or two. Maybe some brawlers in there. Some fat brawlers. It could go either way. I'm not sure what either team is going to bring on this one, to be totally honest, from precedent. But I tell you right now, to tighten it up, Raptors will need to win this one handily. They will need to kill all of Coffin's Raiders and make it a clean victory to stay there with the MRBC score.
It looks like we have a couple minutes. You want to quickly go through the map?
Absolutely. And then this map, I like this map because this forces brawl and range for both sides in map control. This is an important map control map in general. So Team 1 I'm going to say Team 1 is more vulnerable to get brawled against. Team 2, it's a lot easier to get a brawl team from Team 2. So this would be Coffin's Raiders. You spawn your lances like Alpha Bravo. You brawl here, right? You get your Theta, Kappa, Sigma, 3 Cap, hang out there. As soon as Team 1 tries to push out, you smash their face. If they're a ranged deck, Team 1's a full range deck, and you go full brawl in Team 2, it's much easier to use that to your advantage. Team 1, a little bit harder to brawl, because if you go Team 1 brawl and you try to go into a range deck, a control deck of Team 2, you're going to get smashed, right? Team 2, it's very easy to put control mechs in these high points here. G6, Echo 4, G5, get up on the spires. Control. Team 2 is a control side, but Team 1, it's hard to brawl against that control side. It changes from both sides. This time, there's probably going to be a stalemate. You'll see both teams kind of stack up on their equivalent sides. The one team's going to get up on caps. The other team's going to be forced to push into the other team. Last game, Raptors did not have any care in the world about caps.
No.
None whatsoever, not even a little bit. They could have had an opportunity to gank some of Raptors' lights that were overextended, but they didn't. I think Coffin's Raiders maybe a little bit more rangy. 79th, I think they're still going to run a similar deck, the Gauss PPC, the meta that we're all used to. It's going to come down to placement. What I want to see from the Raptors in this game is I don't want them to be scared. I don't want them to hesitate. Once they recognize that the other team doesn't have as much DPS as they do, smash face. And then they'll be fine right from there. But it's like we have both teams starting to finish readying up here.
Yeah.
How does Swapbox usually run this map? Do you guys like to brawl on this? You guys like control? What do you think personally?
Well, it really, really depends. It depends on how we're feeling, what we've been playing in practices. Sometimes we do the range thing. Sometimes we do the brawl thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to we want to make sure we're not a one-trick pony like we know many teams are.
Right. Yeah.
But there's those spires you can get up to on Tourmaline. We like to sometimes post guys up there. Push the castle, push the team. If the enemy team, if we're team 1, an enemy team has got a lance and alpha, we'll sometimes push that corner to get some long range shots on the alpha lance. It just depends on who we're playing and what we know about the enemy team and what they like to do. It varies very much.
Yeah, absolutely. And so this is one of those maps where it's easy to see based on lance placement. Usually that'll tell you what a team is going to be playing. For example, if Team 2 stays a spread from Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and they spread all the way through those 3 lances, you may have a more control deck, right? Which is, again, that's what we saw from Coffin's Raiders last game.
Right.
Long range control. Alpha, Bravo, that's usually almost...
Well, any two lances right together, that's gonna indicate a brawl. Bravo, Charlie.
Exactly. More mid-range control, especially from Team 1 side for Raptors here. That Alpha Bravo, usually you see it. So Alpha will push up to Delta 5.
Oh, let me go back to the map strat. I switched screens there.
Oh yeah, go back to map strat. Alpha, they push up here. This is kind of a strong point. You bump up here, see what's going on, move from there. Bravo will cut down. You may come into Castle, some of his other positions here, and try to get a little bit of control, right? Get up on these spires or whatnot. But you don't see anyone in Charlie, right? So you don't see anyone in Charlie, so you're not going to see maybe a cap strat. You're not going to see anyone here, kind of out in the open here. Team 1 has to be careful they don't get brawled against. In Blackwatch, we brought an Atlas this last game. We were Team 1.
Yeah, that was good.
We brought an Atlas. We sat him right here, and he, Archon Adam Steiner was our assault pilot. We should have had him yell in his best Canadian voice, "You shall not pass," because that's what he did. Sometimes that's all it takes is one strong, brawl mech like that on this type of map. So I don't know. I'm excited. It could go either way. I want to see full brawl from both teams personally.
Yeah, well, you're a brawl guy.
Yeah,
that's kind of your thing there.
That's what I like.
All right, well, we're going into the 5th drop, final drop. If you kill all of the enemy assault mechs, you get the bonus. Both teams can get a bonus on this one if both teams were to kill all each other's assault mechs. Coffin's Raiders lead it. 3 drops to 1, 1,100 rep points to 500. I the 79th cannot win this match at this point, but they could still come away. If they play it right, they could still come away with a good 900 rep points out of it. So.
At this point in the season, you want to keep it close, right? Because there's still other teams that could still knock another team out of first, second, or third, right? This is kind of a battle for looks like would be third place in Division E2 here. We'll really kind of know here after everyone turns in their Week 7 scores. As you can see, these two teams tonight have been pretty evenly matched. They both have their unique styles, as you can see. And they've been just kind of going back and forth with it. We'll really see in this Tourmaline Desert match, both teams are heavier, right? They're much, much heavier. Both teams moving much slower. You really have to be strategic with your placement, your pushes. You don't have that room for error that you do with faster mechs. And we'll potentially see that here. I'm not sure we're going to get a chance to interview either team captain tonight.
Oh, we should. I did talk to both teams, so they should be joining us. I know one of them is already on the MRBC team speak. So. Okay,
awesome. Yeah, to really get in the heads of both teams here, because being a drop caller myself, I spent so much time on Mercstar. It's interesting to see. Sometimes a drop commander can mean victory versus defeat, right? You don't always have a hard drop commander in every team, but that one guy who says, push here now, everyone move, could be the world of difference in timing, right? It can turn a defeat into a victory or a victory into defeat. So let's see what unfolds here. We have Coffin's Raiders moving some people around, still getting ready. But again, this is the final match, guys. In chat, hold your beers up, post your favorite emojis in chat. I don't know if we have any more giveaways. Are we out of giveaways already, RJ? Or we're waiting setting that for afterwards?
Let me look here. I gotta check my messages from Bandit. I know we give away both the mech bays. I have one more 500 MC to give away. We'll probably do that.
Say that for after?
Yeah, we'll just say that for after. So we have 500 MC more to give away here, and then that'll be it. But these teams are ready now.
They're ready to go. So again, chat. Tell us who you're cheering for in this last match. Drop it in chat with your favorite emoji. Tell us who you're cheering for. Let's see the division in chat. I want to see the battle in chat here in Twitch going on just as we see it on game. Pop it up there, guys, as we go into Drop 5 on Tourmaline Desert.
Drop 5, Tourmaline Desert. Kill all the assault mechs, get the bonus. This match is most likely going in the Coffin's favor, but 79th could make it much closer.
Absolutely. We'll start loading it in here. Once we get the dropship set, we will take a look at both teams here and their composition. That'll sometimes give us a little bit of insight on the strategies of both teams.
Okay, just waiting to get the team information up here. Waiting to see some dropships. I can never find them on this map. There we go. Team information is starting to come up. 79th this time, sporting a Locust, a Battlemaster, a Mauler MX-90, an Arctic Cheetah, another Battlemaster, an EXE.
Executioner.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I like those.
Yeah, an Ebon Jag and a Thunderbolt 9SE. Executioner, I haven't seen those in a while. I wasn't sure what that was for a second there.
One of my favorite assault mechs. It does have mask. Before I even get to these other guys, what's he running? Executioner.
He is medium lasers, 2 large pulse, and 6 meads.
Okay, so a little bit longer range. Awesome. Okay, there we go. So let me cut back here. Coffin's Raiders, Battlemaster 2C, Kodiak, Direwolf, Grasshopper 5P, Banshee, Locust, Timberwolf, and Cheetah. Let me see what they're running in particular. Battlemasters with large lasers. Zatho's already cooking himself here. They're doing this kind of theta movement. Kodiak with LBXs. Direwell with dual Gauss and 3 large pulse.
Coffin's sitting in kind of a weird spot. Ash is pushing up to Castle right now in that Kodiak.
Yeah,
He's all alone.
Yeah, right now Coffin's Raiders is marching pretty strong there towards the kind of the castle area.
I don't even know if 79th sees him. That's a Kodiak getting really close. 79th is all bunched up right here. They're not getting good lines. That Kodiak was able to, that slow Kodiak was able to move up there to the castle.
And this Epijag was a V-Time is 40%. He needs to drop out, rotate out that armor. I think that's a high alpha build there on V-Time. Yeah, it's 2 large pulse, 6 senior mediums. I run that all the time too. That's a really bad spot for him. That's a lot of firepower to lose out so early on. But a very hot mech on this map in particular. You know, both teams are playing.
V-Time goes down. Deadly Handsome takes him out. Ash was peeking in the corner. I was trying to get in there to see how he would look like from his end. We have a little light battle going on over near Theta too.
Oh, there we go. And as you see, we have both the Raptors are pushing up on this corner.
Oh,
here.
yeah, they are.
They're gonna surprise some of these Coffin Raiders, man.
Yeah, that's a nice solid push coming over that line, but the Coffins have a line set up to greet them.
Yep. Well, so right now, all of 79th is on this corner. Not all of Coffin's Raiders are on this corner, necessarily. There's a Dire Whale here on the backside. There's Grasshopper from Lasso is hopefully doing some work. But
Deadly Handsome Man goes down for Coffins. Coffins has to keep that push going. They're taking down 2 mechs. They got to keep they're pulling back, and they need to just keep going forward.
Exactly, because right now, you know, Coffin's Raiders still have some very fresh mechs. Talents are pretty.
And now Greg is out there. Greg and T-Bird are out there by themselves. They're taking this fire. When if they kept that push going, they could have taken down that Battle Master.
Absolutely, but another mech goes down for Coffin's Raiders there. That's big. That's 3 deaths to 8 players there. Gag's getting a little beat up on this corner. All Raptors have to do is hold it together, spread that damage, continue to trade damage in.
Oh, Gag is not looking good, but he survived. He survived that push.
Exactly, and a lot of this comes down to those increased quirks, right? A lot of quirks, and the skill tree making mechs largely survivable. I mean, Raptors still have a lot of mechs to chew through. Will they catch any of these other mechs, making mistakes? Like BJ Games, a little overextending that cheetah. Gag finally goes down there.
Oh, nice kill by the Locust.
these lights. There we go. Here's another one. These lights for Coffins are doing work. They're sniping.
Yes, they are.
Calling targets. You call it the beat up mechs. You do what you need to do. MVP here to Coffin's Raiders light so far.
79th, they're just being sandwiched in on both sides, and those lights are doing the work. They're getting in there and getting those shots.
So
just taking that armor away from them.
And like I said, momentum swinging. 79th needs to push, or they should have pushed earlier.
Yeah,
and
they
kept
had
that push going.
They had the momentum.
Stop. Hold W key.
Yep, T-Bird goes down. Atomic goes down. Oh, that's actually it. The game's over.
That's it. Yeah, V-Time's dead. That's just a glitch right there. But yeah, that's it.
A big missed opportunity by 79th there. Big missed opportunity.
Absolutely. And Coffin's Raiders will get their bonus, of course, here, spreading that lead even further. Let's take a look at some damage stats here. So for Coffin's Raiders, Subwoofer and that Dire Whale, he was doing work on that Echo 4 corner. 1175 damage. Holy crap. Well done, dude. 2 kills there. He held the Echo 4 corner. That's a strong corner. You got to keep any comp team. That's a pretty strong spot there. You can't leave an Overwatch mech sit there. You have to push it and kill him. Going over to the Raptor side, T-Bird did 426 damage, and the Mauler MX-90. Another one of my favorite Daka mechs. But R79, I think, had the DPS, but like on Polar Highlands and other matches, they didn't take advantage of that DPS, and they paid for it. Great games, though. Both teams played to their strengths, but Coffin's Raiders pulled off a little bit better.
All right, let's take a look at the final numbers here. Remember, none of these numbers are truly final until screenshots are uploaded. Refs have had a chance to look at everything, but based off of the calculations I've got here from Bandit's cool MRBC tool, Coffin's Raiders win the match 4-1, 1,450 rep points to 575. Great game played by both teams. Definitely a fun cast, a weird cast with the lobbies and such. Interesting drop 2, but we'll talk to team captains about this here in just a second.
Yeah, absolutely. Never a boring night, even here in Division E2, guys. So remember, everyone out there, we'll do our best to make every match exciting. But even here in Division E, both teams are bringing their A game, playing their best. You get to see all this new science from PTS. I love science. Okay. This is where it makes all teams equal, and that the Division A teams are doing the same science that Division E teams are doing, and it's not easy. And I hope we bring some executioners to Blackwatch. I like that mech, man.
Yeah, that's definitely a good mech. Well, let's take a. You want to get the team captains in here? I think both of them are in TS.
Let's see if we can drop them, bring them on in here.
Yeah, they're both up there. Let's
and again, you
go to.
As we drag them in here again, guys, keep in mind we'll be doing a giveaway stuff.
We can't drag. We don't have permissions.
Oh, you want to go up then?
Yeah, we may. I just don't want to be in the landing channel though. So
we do general.
I'm thinking. Let's just go to the MWA waiting room.
All right, I'll see you there.
Channel switched. User joined your channel.
All right, see if we can get them down there now.
Okay, come join us. Come join us. All right, I sent them some messages here. Let's see if they.
We'll drag them down shortly. But again, MRBC, the audience out there, stay tuned because we will be having a giveaway after the interviews. So stay tuned, guys. We want to get to the heads of these drop commanders here.
Oh, we got 9th Prophet here from the 79th. We just need to get Thunder down here from the coffins. If I poke him.
Insufficient permissions.
Yeah, I'm gonna poke him.
And just like any sports, right? After the game, at halftime, you gotta do your little, you gotta amp it up. Right? You gotta bring it together. You gotta debrief, right? We do that on Blackwatch.
Yeah, coach's got to talk to his team, and the Coffins did get the win there, so I'm sure he's probably having a good conversation with his team at the moment.
Yeah, you don't see it as much in esports, right? But we do the Gatorade over the head of your team captain because computers don't like Gatorade or beer. Long story. But look, maybe we can start with 9th Prophet here. Here for Raptors. Start with debriefing him maybe a little bit there. And there goes Thunder there as well.
Yep. I had to go get me some food.
Hey, it's all good. Hey guys, welcome guys. Again, thanks for making it tonight on this Memorial Day weekend. Excellent sportsmanship by both teams. We just want to kind of pick your brains a little bit as we go through some of the drops. Let's start off with 9th Prophet. Leading the Raptors. Again, this is y'all's first foray in MRBC. How are you guys feeling tonight, just overall? What are you guys thinking tonight going in?
We clearly made some pretty big mistakes. Chat was pretty good at calling us out on that. But we're going to be breaking that down really carefully. And it is our first season, and we've been working really hard to try and play catch up with the other guys. And I'm fairly happy with how we are in the division right now, given our experience. And it's all a big learning process, and we're having fun while doing it. So.
Nice. And you both teams, pretty evenly matched, which is awesome to see. You guys both played your strengths well. It looked like. Let's jump over to Thunder. Thunder, how were you guys feeling going into tonight, and just kind of overall, what did you guys think?
At the beginning, the start, we was feeling pretty good. We had some pretty nice wins the past 2 weeks.
Cool.
And obviously, game 1, that set everybody's mind to a more focused mindset.
Now, just to clarify here, sorry, I think we had a bit of a miscommunication. Thunder is actually one of my guys.
Oh,
we're missing Coffin Raiders.
Yeah.
Oops.
Apologize.
Right, let me go see if I can find them. I'll be right back, guys.
We'll get the other side.
Hey, that's my fault.
This is the drop commander for Raptors. Who's y'all's main drop?
We actually do not have a primary drop caller. We have a small group of them.
And okay.
We generally line it up with how we plan our strategy sessions.
Awesome.
So it switches out, and we see who's most comfortable with what, and who's most interested in calling. So.
Cool. And something cool to know too is like even on higher, in Division A and higher teams, it's best to have just that synergy where you no longer need a drop commander. Everyone just knows what they need to do. They know the plan ahead of time, and they just do it, right? And both teams tonight kind of did a little bit of that on both. So we'll start with mining with Canyon Network here, going into the first match. Again, very fast pace. It seemed that Raptors, you guys were up at the beginning, right? You guys kind of caught a few of Coffin's Raiders mechs out. They're on the low ground, and then you guys kind of got stuck on the low ground too. How did that kind of work out? Did y'all mean to do that? Did you guys know you guys were up on damage earlier on? How were y'all's comms towards the end of that?
They were a little messy by the end of that match. I think we were having some focus fire problems for the most part. We did plan to come in low, and we're planning on exploiting that. We recognized the damage we did, but I don't think we capitalized it properly.
Yeah, absolutely. And
I would have to say a good job on the Raiders for mech rotation of who's taking the brunt of the blow. It's like you get one guy down to 50-40%, and he's 100 meters behind everybody.
Right, rotate out the damage. Absolutely.
Yeah, they did a very good job about that. I will say that about them.
And and that kind of ties us in, more into the later game. So, Mining Collective was that stuff happens. Mining Collective. We talked about it before. Even in the NFL, you still have 12 men on field by accident. You get too many men. So doubles happen. Going into tonight's games, do you guys usually have a set drop deck for each person? I know both teams were having trouble, getting the people, to play tonight, right, with Memorial Day weekend. How do y'all usually do it? Did anyone see it last minute? It was like, oh crap, mid game, we're not right, or did you guys not even realize until after? How'd that go?
Well, we didn't even realize until after we dropped. In the case of the extra Ebonjag, so what happened there is we do use the MRBC Season 9 spreadsheets that are provided on the forums.
Oh, gotcha.
But since it was Memorial Day, some of our primaries were not available. A good deal of them, actually. So we had a couple backup pilots, and one of our primaries managed to get back early to log in, and we cycled them into the match 3 mech instead of the match 2 mech. There was a miscommunication there.
Oh, gotcha.
So that Ebonjag was supposed to come in for the drop 3 match. It's my fault for not checking before we drop, but but it was miscommunication.
Well, I noticed immediately right away that you had the 2 doubles. I mean, the first thing we do when we get ready to go into a drop, Mikado and I go over the mechs that each team brought, and I was partway through calling your deck, and that's when I noticed the duplicates. But then 5 minutes later, the chat starts freaking out because not only were there duplicates, but you also had 3 heavies in the drop, and I've never had that happen in one of the matches I've casted before, so that was kind of a learning experience for me too, as to how to treat that. So
we had. Oh,
go ahead.
We had to go with the MRBC Bible out, but we still want you guys to play it out because it was still a fun battle to watch. So thanks guys for playing it out. And that's where it comes down to sportsmanship from both sides, right? So you guys play it out. If it would have gone the other way, the other team gets a chance to call it. They want to accept the penalty, or I'm a football fan, accept the penalty or decline the penalty, etc. And we appreciate you guys playing it out because we talked about tonight too. You guys teams had to reschedule. It's just as easy to force another team to forfeit by just not having the people to show up on time. But both teams came and played, and you guys showed excellent sportsmanship. We'll backtrack a little bit. We do have Coffin's Raider here for Coffin's Raiders. Welcome, man.
Yeah, say that 3 times fast.
Yeah. We'll backtrack a little bit. So we'll start with Canyon Network. Sorry, Canyon Network there. And we saw some patterns tonight. You guys seem to be down at the beginning, right? You guys taking more damage. You guys got beat up by some early shots, some early strikes in and whatnot. Got some guys caught on the low ground. And we talked about how you guys were able to kind of pull it back and rotate damage. How are you guys feeling going into Drop 1 on Canyon? And how was the comms and panic kind of mid-game when you guys thought maybe we're down, but we're not out? What were you guys talking about?
Can I change the subject before I answer that?
Sure.
Yeah, of course.
Ninth Prophet, I want to say thank you very much for 5 awesome games. our attitude towards games is based on when we meet the commander or whoever's in charge of the other team. And for you and I to communicate and say our little secrets about how we felt about the game coming on, I had total respect for you. So as far as any mistakes that were being made in the middle of the game, we wanted to play. You guys are just as good as we are. And with that said, we weren't going to make a big issue out of what we had seen. We wanted to play. And being on TV, it would have embarrassed anybody who had stepped up to the plate and said, hey, we're going to forfeit this and we're not going to play this game. That's not what we're here for. When we signed up for the competition, we signed up for a challenge to have fun against our opponent, and in hoping that they're just as good sportsmen as what we are. And I salute you for being a better sportsman than what we were on it, to continue playing and not making a big deal even as we moved on to the next game. And thank you very much for being patient with us while we were taking 2 to 3 minutes to get ourselves together for each of the games. I salute you, sir.
Flattery will get you everywhere, my dear sir. In all seriousness, no, we're really glad to be here. It's all about getting experience for us, and we're having absolute blast with MRBC. We had no idea how awesome this community was until we got knee deep in it.
Nice.
So thank you for bringing your guys out to play tonight.
Well, I think the best thing I got out of this night was the chatter that was on Twitch, where they were making literal bets of sea bills against us to see who was going to bring in L or M boats on Polar Highland. That was absolutely hilarious.
Twitch chat, man, that's one of the glories of being on Twitch.
Yeah. Well, we did comment about it though. After drop 2 there was done, I was commenting about how good of sportsmen both of you guys were. You know, that's actually something that sticks in a lot of our heads from Worlds last year, because there were so many teams that refused to communicate, so many teams that refused to work with other teams, and it's refreshing when we get, you know, an MRBC and other competitive leagues when teams like you guys or anybody can work together closely and try to accommodate each other to make it better for each team, and not just go for the sucker wins. You know, it's really good to see. So we were talking about that, and I was really impressed with the sportsmanship from both of you guys.
Yeah,
Mikado, it's nice meeting you too. You asked a question about the first match.
On the first one there.
I'd like to introduce my third in command, who's my training officer, Subwoofer. I'll let him take over and tell you about it, because he was actually in game and can actually give you better details on it than what I could.
Awesome.
Oh, sure. Hello.
Hey, what's up, Subwoofer? How you doing?
Sorry, Sub. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I just figured you were willing to accept it. All yours, brother. You got the floor.
Well, I'm sorry I stepped into this room a little late. What was the question?
Oh yeah, sure. So on drop 1 there on Canyon Network, it seemed that you guys took some hard strikes. You guys got a little beat up kind of early on there. Had a few guys get caught on that low ground. So, you know, statistically, you guys were kind of down like early and kind of mid game, but you guys were somehow able to rotate mechs out and rotate damage out and stay alive enough to bring it back and win that game. How was comms mid game? Do you guys purposely rotate out mech damage? Do you guys call it automatically? Like, how did y'all feel going into mid game there of game 1 in Canyon Network with all the chaos?
I could tell we were down right from the beginning, and we were trying to hold back, wait and see if they would push us, just take any trading opportunities that came up. But we ended up towards the middle there. Drop 1 is always a fast-paced, chaotic match, and we tried to just end up pushing those ones that had dropped down below and support ours that had fallen down into the canyon.
Gotcha. Cool. And
I don't usually play, and they had said, hey, you know, we don't have the 8-man yet. A couple of people are a little late getting in. I think I was either the second person dead, and I was down in the canyon. I was in the
was it Cicada?
Cicada.
Yeah.
And I was drawing the fire and wanting to bring some heat off up top, which did better than I thought it would. I was only expecting 1 or 2 lights to come around my way where they can be shot from up top, but instead 4 of them came around, and one of them being a heavy So I went down as I was trying to climb back up to the top of the hill, and the teammates, I told them that those 4 were coming, that even though I had overstepped, that I had drawn 4 down in the canyon, and immediately the rest of the guys moved around to take out those 4.
Yeah.
And from there, Sub just went ahead and picked up, said, okay, we've got 4 down, 4 up. We need to everybody start focusing down into the canyon, if you're up or down, but one of you needs to watch up top. If I'm not mistaken, Sub, correct me. And what that done was to eliminate immediately 4 of 79s, which put them down even further up top where we could do a push. And as we were pushing, the rest of their team, if I remember right, ran down into the canyon. Am I right on that, Sub?
Right. Yeah. At that end game, you guys had totally switched, where now all of Coffin's Raiders are on the high ground, and Raptors are on the low ground, and you force Raptors to kind of come up. It seemed like one at a time at the late game, into your firing line, and then they all kind of were able to clean up. It looked like, so that was interesting to see. And so that kind of takes us into our later games. Raptors, it seems like you guys had more of a kind of a mid-range, kind of short-range game. For example, like when it came to Polar Highlands and Tourmaline Desert, you guys had the night gears, the Gauss PPC kind of stuff there. And it seemed like if you guys were just a little bit more aggressive, it may have turned out a little bit different.
Well, that was actually a moment, on Tourmaline. That was actually one thing that stuck out in my head, because for a minute there, 79th, I mean, you had it. You were pushing that corner. You pushed around that corner, came over that little hill, straight into the Coffin's firing line, but you were taking them out, and you kept the pressure on because they didn't have all of their mechs right there. And from our vantage point, had you continued that push, you would have continued to take down their mechs. But instead, the push stopped, and you guys backed up, and which then allowed the Coffins to get themselves more organized, and then they surrounded you guys. I really want to know what the story was with that. What was going on the comms? What was the thought process with the 79th when that push started to back off?
Okay. Ninth, you want me to do this one, or?
Yeah, you take it.
All right. Basically, the guy that was leading us, which is Viton on that game, he went down relatively early. So I stepped up and I made the call to push on the corner because the Banshee solo poked, and that was we have to punish stuff like that. And then when we kept going around the corner, they had subwoofer set up in the dire wolf over there on the tourmalines, like the actual tourmalines near the pit. And he was just laying straight through the middle of people. So he CT'd me. I rolled back. Then they had the lights poking us in the back. And between subwoofer and those lights, man, we couldn't really keep going that way because we'd just get critted out. The lights would just start rolling crits on us at that point.
I just want to say that Locust you had, Thunder, was evil. Just pure evil. Oh my God.
That was awesome to watch. And and sometimes it's a split second like that. Coming from Division A team, even when you're crit and damaged like that, it's scary. But if you guys potentially had just all pushed together, but you guys crit, but you're moving together as a team, you can wipe a few more mechs off, and that could have gotten you guys a victory. And it just comes with time. But it was still, like I said, you guys got beat up early on. The Raptors there. We saw also Eben Jag, you saw the drop commander getting really beat up there, kind of in the castle area. But you guys had more DPS on that game, and going back to Polar Highlands too, you guys were a little bit like more mid-range. The Night Gears and whatnot had a little bit more DPS, and it seemed like that Coffin's Raiders, while all ER large, were able to just kind of kite away from you guys throughout that match. First, I want to ask Coffin's Raiders, did you guys intend to just run all ER large and do the kiting on purpose? Did it just kind of work out that way? What happened with that there on y'all side, Coffin?
Sub, can I answer that, or do you want to answer it?
Oh, go ahead.
You made a comment, RJ, during the game, during the Polar Highlands game, that you thought that we had practiced that setup. And believe it or not, we had no tactics of that setup except for what Subwoofer showed in 3 minutes time before the game started, saying this is where we're going to go, this is our intentions, this is our goal, this is what I want the lights to do. And I started, there's a delay in Twitch as far as seeing the game, but I could hear them as to what was going on, and then I saw it in the delay. Deadly went down, but Deadly held you guys off. Even though we lost Deadly in his shadow, he held you so that the encirclement can begin in that horseshoe formation. I'll let Sub say whether that was intentional or not, but either way, I was like, wow. I mean, when you see an aerial view, it's totally different from what the drop caller sees from his own cockpit, and it was just beautifully set up. I mean, I agree with you. It looked like we had practiced that for a while, and we just drew them in. It was just like domino effect right after that. I mean, they fell within seconds of each other. So that was my overall of what I saw at that time, and just dropped a jaw saying you couldn't have done better. You really couldn't without practicing and having that pre-planned. And I want to leave Subwoofer to fill you in on the details of how that came about. I want to say my hats are off to my training officer and my drop caller. It was just beautifully executed.
Well, yeah, and to respond to your question, you're right. When we use a long-range deck like that, you want to maintain your advantage and maintain that range. And so we did attempt to keep moving, keep rotating away from the 79th, and maintain our range.
Yep. And so the only feedback. So you guys, all the games tonight have been excellent. Excellent to watch, excellent to cast. The sportsmanship has been amazing. I imagine you guys will both be moving up through the MRBC divisions. My feedback for Raptors is just Raptors be a little bit more aggro, and it could potentially be a little bit different for some of those games tonight. Be more aggressive, use your DPS to your advantage. On Canyon Network, you guys were a little bit more mid-range. I want to see you guys get those night gears within range and just go straight at them, no delay. Because when you recognize the enemy team doesn't have as much DPS as you do, you want to capitalize on that. Because when you wait and hang out against an ER large team, for example, with less DPS but more range, it kind of gets you chewed up. So talking over to the Raptors, did you guys recognize that full ER large deck that you guys are going up against? You guys did start moving a little bit late towards Theta. How were y'all's comms? Did y'all have your lights recognize the drop deck composition? How were y'all feeling mid-game when y'all saw those ER larges coming at you?
I was in the Locust pilot for the entirety of the drop. And we did get pulled off of capping to retreat to main body and join in on the fight, and we were going to push in on the ER large deck. I'm not sure if we identified if it was an ER large deck, but our intent was to push in. We just stagnated a little bit for whatever reason. I'm not totally sure if it was a comms tie-up. Thunder, do you have any thoughts on that?
Usually, when I see Battle Masters on Polar Highlands, I call Battle Masters. I didn't know if they were 2Cs or 1Gs, or 2Cs, because 2Cs can also run that 5 ER large. But they even had they pushed it, man. They ran 6 ER large. They're like, yeah, we're hot. But I seen that. I just called Battle Masters. And then the person leading that drop, Gig, he ran it through his. He had to process it before he wanted us to move in and rotate to the right there. But
quick correction, that was actually Atomic. That was
my fault.
Doing drop 4.
Sorry, Atomic.
But no worries. Well, I mean, this insight, it's we enjoy as a drop commander myself. I spent a lot of time with Mercstar, getting into the heads of your drop commanders, right, and recognizing kind of the calls and what's going on behind the scenes. Because of course we can't hear your comms, but it's always awesome to see. But we'll get ready to tie it up here. We won't get too long into it. RJ, got anything else to add at all?
No, just there was It was a fun cast. I appreciate the really good sportsmanship from both teams. I thought it was better than what I expected from Division E2. To be totally honest with you, you guys, we were talking about it a minute ago. One of those drops there, especially right before we went into Polar, we were questioning whether or not we were going to see Lerms, and we didn't, thankfully. I'm just really happy with the way it played out. I thought you both did a great job, and so thank you for letting Mikado and I cast it. We appreciate it.
Thank both of you guys, but most of all, Ninth Thunder. Please tell the 79th that we've got the deepest respect for you guys. You're just as good as we are.
We appreciate that, man. We'll do.
That sounds like off-season scrims, doesn't it?
No, this is from the deep of the heart. It's you guys know what I'm talking about when I say this. We've both have played 5 games, 6 games, and to find a team that makes it fun, to find a team that makes it close, is hard to do. You're either better than them or they're better than you. We finally found a team that we would enjoy scrimmaging, we would enjoy playing again, and know that the viewers that came in here to watch, which was 1,000 something viewers, would enjoy the game. And just by what I saw in the chat room while RJ and Mikado were talking was absolutely awesome and hilarious. When you can get people to make you smile and laugh while you're playing, you know you've had a good night. And for us to have a good night, both teams tonight, after this being the holiday and the confusion, wow, is all I can say. Absolutely awesome. Thank everyone for everything that's been said and done. I'll let Sub say his piece.
Oh, I think you about covered it, Coffin.
Cool. Well, hey, thanks again, guys. We'll definitely see those off-season scrims. Hit up us Division A teams as well. Us on Blackwatch would love to scrim you guys sometimes too if you ever need pointers. But I think we're about towards the end of the night. Get ready to give away some more stuff. So hey, you guys playing? I think you guys are eligible too. What was it? What do we got there, RJ? 500.